Alright. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. I am alive, apparently. Microphone isn't even set up. Shit. Oh man, we do need to send Metal to a detox clinic. The lockdown was good for him, but even after lockdown, he did not detox. There is no hope left. How's it going, everyone? Metal, Echo, how are you guys? How is life? How was the weekend? I am very, very tired, but I kind of got some sleep, so hopefully I can get through the 6 hours. I was just checking on PlayStation Network. What's the time frame for the... Today I just chilled because I was a bit hangover. Nice. I was checking the time frame for the Resident Evil 8 demo, and it tells me the time in which I can play it as if I live in Brasilia. Because Portuguese has to be from Brazil, right? That's how much PlayStation cares. They care. They tell you the time. Do time zone math. This is why my console... my console is in English. But the PlayStation Store always is... It's online, and they pick the language automatically. Of course, I'm in Portugal, so I get Brazilian. Of course. It's like, fuck you, man. Or, not man, but actual Sony Corporation. Resident Evil Village demo times. Okay. I see. I guess I can't play it anymore? It's available for 8 hours only. I don't... Like, fuck you with this bullshit. I have a life. I actually don't have a life. And still I couldn't make it to the demo times. And it has to be on the weekend when people are most busy. Are they? Well, not when they're most busy, when they have plans. Well, it will become available again on May the 1st. For 24 hours. Fuck my life. I don't understand this. I really don't. This kind of marketing makes me want to tell you to fuck off and not buy your game. Download it then and play it. I'm already downloading it. But what if I have a photo shoot on May the 1st and May the 2nd? Because it's the weekend again. It just makes me mad. Because I want to play it, and for some stupid reason I can't. Hello Throw, how's it going? How was the weekend? Well, Lucy and I walked down the familiar path to school alongside the winding riverbank. Let's see how much of this game is left and beat it and play Ni no Kuni. Can't play what? The Resident Evil 8 demo? Because it's been 8 hours since it launched, so it's not available anymore. Excuse me! I can only play it for 8 hours! Because bullshit. It's a warm day and the river is a clear crystal blue. It flows steadily, carrying silver fish along within it, their scales flashing in the sun. Weren't you going to play Resident Evil 7, Throw? Did I dream that up? Were you not interested in giving it a shot like a month ago or something? A few ducks bob along on the surface of the water, like the yellow ones you can play with in the bathtub. But these ducks are slightly noisier than their plastic counterparts. It really is pretty. I can feel my worries melting away, one by one, like smoke dispersing into the atmosphere. Hey, Ree. What is it? You talked about me possibly playing it during It Takes Two, never got around to it? Okay. You should, man. That's like a full gaming experience in VR. Like a complete first-person game in VR, where movement is classic. I don't know if there's a lot of those, even now. I was just wondering, what happened on this school trip anyway? Didn't I already tell you? We tramp all the way up into the mountains to pick berries, and then we tramp all the way back down again. It rained a lot last year, and the paths were all muddy, so we had to go to the mountains anyway, because that's what my school has always done, and you just can't beat bureaucracy. Maybe one day. You sound like a disgruntled salaryman, right? Are you interested in Resident Evil 8? Whose backlog is interesting? I'm a little. I'm interested, but not strongly drawn to it. Okay, fair enough. I know you're not like a fan of horror stuff. But yeah, I feel like Resident Evil 7 is way above horror stuff. Already seeing some of the nonsense that I hate about Resident Evil and Capcom in general, like the mercenary mode shit. You don't like the mercenary mode? That's something people usually love, so actually surprised about that. If I want tacked-on action, I'll just play an action game. Fair, fair. You know, these companies... One thing these companies need to start doing is, like, more than... Oh, let's make a different shorter mode or challenge rooms or whatever, is, randomizers. I feel like a randomizer would increase that replayability, that sense of people still being able to play the game and have a newer experience and not wanting to part with the game, much more than any other, like a challenge room or whatever. Shit. But yeah, randomizers. That should be a thing. Hey Chimpy! Doing good. I'm sneezing, but I'm doing good. Hope you are too. How was your weekend? Not really into randomizers, same as procedurally generated. I want an intentional design by a designer. Yeah, but you have that. There's an intentional design by a designer, right? But then there's an optional randomizer for the people who want to stick with the game. And I think a randomizer, that's just like being able to change bosses around or enemies around, would be a cooler way to prolong the gaming experience than of just a challenge room or whatever. You have to design your game in such a way that any permutation will work, which would take away from intentional design. I guess. So design that end of more generic design. I guess. The idea is that, like, there's an official thing and the randomizer can just be crazy. Like there's a possibility of your randomizer being unbeatable if you have a bad seed because it's not designed. But I don't know much. about randomizers. I just watch people play Resident Evil and Bloodborne randomizers a lot. Yeah, sometimes there's dead ends. Like, they can't progress because it's because the randomizer just gave them an impossible room or something. Let me blow my nose. Well, busy didn't feel like a weekend at all, hey? It do be like that sometimes. I had a busy weekend too, but hey, I'm usually more busy in the weekends than the weeks, so I'm happy. I mean, I shot on Saturday and on Sunday. This hasn't happened this year. It hasn't happened this year at all. So, yeah, pretty happy about that. I watched Zelda randomizers, they bored me to death. I've watched Zelda randomizers and they bored me to death too, yes. Well, I have to agree with you there. so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the Zelda. Maybe it's a Zelda problem. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Depending on the Zelda, they can get really boring. I feel like because Zelda is so open-ended, and because the ones I watched mix up key items too. It's like people are always, oh, I hope I can get the key item because otherwise I can't progress through the dungeon. So then you have to go out of your way to go just to places that you wouldn't go to get a key item. That's not the point. That's usually not the point of a randomizer on like Resident Evil. It's to get like different combinations of enemies in different rooms. But hey, Resident Evil 3 actually, the PS1 Resident Evil 3 actually does have this. There's 3 different RNG for every room in the game, and like you can get. Well, the first time you step on it, the area is locked. Like, the whole area, not the whole room. There's 3 different variations of basically every area of the game, which is pretty cool. Speedrunners have to manipulate the RNG to get the one they want. I think that's pretty cool. It's a shame that only Resident Evil... For me, it's a shame only Resident Evil 3 did it. It didn't feel like the game wasn't handcrafted because of this. Even the items changed. It was crazy. I'm just cynical. How can I help it when so many things in this world are so stupid? I bet everyone looks stupid to you since you're so smart. I get good grades, but I don't know if I'm that smart. Not really. There are smarter people. You use so many long words and you're only 9 years old. I don't think knowing a lot of long words makes you smart. It's how you use those words that really counts. Maybe. You sounded really smart to me just now, though. Well, you're easy to impress. Oh. Hey, maybe you're right. I've never met a girl quite like you before. You're only saying that because I'm the first human you ever spoke to. I'd find you interesting even if you were the 1,000th or millionth human I'd spoken to. You're a lot of fun to be with. I look away, trying to hide my flushed face. Well, thank you, I suppose. You're welcome. So, Marie? Yes? How do we get into the mountains? We don't have to walk there, do we? Of course not. I'm sure the school would love making us walk 50 miles if it would cut down on their expenditures, but that would probably count as child abuse. But 50 miles isn't very much. I could walk that in half an hour, maybe. What? Sorry. Half an hour? Yes, is that really so abnormal? Do you even need to ask? Does Lisa really not understand how unusual she is? So, if we're not going to walk, how will we get into the mountains? Do we have chariots? Checking out games on PSN, I'll be back. Pray for me. Sorry these days, wading through the shit on the store and making it back alive. Well... But throw. Fist of the North Star, Resident Evil 7. No need to wade through anything. You know what to do. You know what to do. By the way, Throw, have you noticed? Remember me telling you I bought A Way Out before it takes... Like, I bought it a week before It Takes Two arrived, I think. Maybe a little more. I am telling you what to play. Go play Batman. It's fair, man. I mean, you do it for me, I do it for you. But A Way Out still hasn't arrived. Like, sometimes I fail to... Because usually everything gets around pretty fast. I fail to, like, be on top of how long it's taking. Today I just remembered, what? Where the hell is A Way Out? Did you ship it from the Arctic? No, it was from Amazon UK, I think. I bought something in Amazon US, but I think this one was from Amazon UK. Your orders... Yep. No, no tracking. View order details. Yeah, it's from Amazon UK, yeah. Track package? Oh. No? Sorry, we're unable to get tracking information right now. Redirecting to order details. Well, thank you. That was useful. Those fucking limeys forgot to ship it. I think it's shipping from the US though, because the store I bought it is Rare Waves USA. Since the UK is no longer in the EU, I'm pretty sure it's stuck in customs if the price is over 21 euros. It is. Because I also bought Devil May Cry 5 US edition. I am sure it's shipped. It says well, I may have not noticed this. Expected by the 17th of April. Well, then we're already past that anyway. So fuck you. But yeah, ordered on March 16. Expected April 17. Great. Excuse to bash the English. It's probably coming from the US though. Railwaves USA. Yeah. But holy shit, it's taking a long fucking time. It's a shame it's not the year 2021. There's like no digital store where you could get access to your games almost instantly with no complications. It's cheaper. Can't wait till someone invents this thing. I can't wait either, though. I wonder when it will happen. We can only hope for our Lord and Savior Stadia to create such a thing. Any reason you bought them there? Devil May Cry because the European edition is censored. A Way Out because it was the only place that had it. Because that game, clearly they didn't expect people to care so much. Because the physical edition of A Way Out is extremely rare. No. Devil May Cry 5 is censored in Europe. So I bought A Way Out and Devil May Cry 5 US edition. Because the game doesn't have any DLC worth getting anyway. Yeah, the weird butt scene. Yeah. But Devil May Cry didn't cost more. Fucking weeps. Hey, if I have a choice, I get the uncensored, right? So the fairies would probably flip shit if they censored anything. True. Imagine buying a game and waiting 1 month for it to arrive when you could buy a game and just wait for it to download. Yes. I remember when I bought a game and waited 1 month for it to download. Thank you, good internet, for finally arriving to my home. Times are changing. The tuna dies, yeah. Chariots. That's right, black chariots pulled by skeletal horses, like the one Hades used to whisk Persephone away to the underworld. They're really fashionable right now. Mom's wanted one for ages, but skeletal horses are hard to come by, and they're so expensive. So we're mixing Greek mythology into this as well, are we? My already hazy image of hell is growing more and more distorted by the second. Nothing Alicia says, heads up. Of course we don't have chariots. What century do you think this is? The century shouldn't matter. Chariots are very elegant, no matter what time period you live in. Maybe in hell, but I don't think that would work so well here. The roads aren't built for it. Oh, I see. That's kinda sad. A pause. So, if you don't use chariots, what do you use? You don't have your own Cerberus, do you? More Greek mythology? Really? Still trying to get to terms with the fact Hades and Persephone exist, so don't go adding a colossal three-headed dog into the mix on top of that. No, of course we don't have a Cerberus. Who on earth would own a Cerberus? And why are there more than one? Well, it's quite simple. When one Cerberus loves another Cerberus very much, they... Alright, I get the general idea. You don't need to go into so much detail. But Aurora taught me all about it a few weeks ago. I was really proud that I managed to learn something so complicated. Is she being serious? Sex education must be pretty lousy in hell if she only learned about the birds and the bees a few weeks ago. Or As it were, the Cerberuses and the Cerberuses. I've always been a fan of Cerberus being one, not multiple. Does that mean hell is overrun with monstrous dogs baying for blood on all three of their hideous heads? I had no interest in going to hell before, I certainly don't now. What kind of bus is this? This is too cute. So it isn't the Cerberus after all. Don't sound so disappointed. I already told you our school doesn't own a Cerberus. Why did you think it would? I don't know. A girl can dream big, can't she? I don't think any normal person would dream about owning a Cerberus. This isn't as exciting as I'd hoped, but I guess it'll do. I've never been inside one of these tin cans before either. It isn't tin can, it's a bus. But it looks like a tin can, a massive tin can on wheels. Alicia has a point there. This bus is an ugly rectangular shape, made of metal, and us, Hikage Elementary School students, are crammed inside it like canned sardines. One of our more eccentric teachers tried to pretty this bus up, but it didn't really work. A bus is still a bus, and these poorly planned attempts to make it look cute and cozy instead make me feel ill. I don't like traveling at the best of times, but being shut away inside this bus with the rest of my class is far too overwhelming. I can feel their eyes trained on me, observing me, their poisonous words dancing through the air like scattered pollen. I'm so glad Lacey looks better now. It isn't fair though, I wanted to sit next to her. Me too, why did it have to be Sakuraba? Why is it always Sakuraba? She doesn't even like people, Lacey is wasted on her. I duck my head, clenching my hands into fists. I don't usually agree with the rest of my class. I care so little about their opinions, they're nothing more than a faceless mass to me. But now I wonder, maybe Alicia would have more fun. Would have had more fun if she'd stayed with my other classmates. Any of my other classmates. I must be so plain and boring compared to the rest of them. I don't say anything in class, and I don't go to any after-school clubs. I don't even have any friends. Wait, if this is trying to be Japanese, you have to go to the clubs. Right? The clubs are mandatory. You can choose your club, but the clubs are mandatory. None of this bothered me before, but it's starting to bother me now. Lisia's only ever been positive about spending time with me, but maybe she was just being nice? How could a bright, bubbly girl like her, who captured the hearts of my whole class in under a week, like a grumpy, gloomy girl like me? Hey, do you think I could be Lisia's partner for the rest of the day? That's a good idea. She might be sitting with Sakuraba now, but that doesn't mean she wants to. Maybe she just didn't want to say no. Well, Sakuraba can be kinda scary. We should go and ask her then. Let's liberate her from that tyrant. Tyrant? Is that how others really see me? Oof. I need to blow my nose again. The outside, right? Never go outside, guys. Pro tip. Hey, Alicia. Hmm? Alicia turns her head. One of the boys from our class is talking to her. His face is so nondescript I can't remember his name. Maybe it was Fuji something? Do you know Who you want to partner up with on the trip yet? Yep, I'm going to be with Ree, of course. That's because you're living with her, right? I know you don't want to hurt her feelings, but you don't need to stick to her so closely. Why don't you try talking to the rest of us? It might be fun. But I have fun spending time with Ree, too. You sure about that? Don't you think she's kind of difficult? What do you mean? I mean, for a girl, she's kind of scary. I bow my head. I know I should reply, but I can't bring myself to. Really? He's talking like I'm not listening and he's saying bad shit about me? Can't say I blame Fuji something. I know he doesn't like me since I never interact with him. I've never given him anything to like. Maybe Alicia really would be happy if she went off with him. I'm not right for her. We're just too different. And yet... Scary? I don't think Ree is scary. Really? Not even a little bit? No, why would I? I come from hell, and hell is filled with all kinds of horrible things. There are vengeful spirits and pits of bones and a huge beast made of fire with 7 heads and 10 horns. That's not nearly as scary as Ree. A beast with 7 heads? That's right, I'm not scared of Ree at all. In fact, she's my very best friend in all the world. She is? I am. Of course you are, Steely. You let me stay at your home and you made me lots of delicious food. And you talked to me when I felt sad, and you nursed me when I was sick. You're a really nice person, Ree. The best. Alicia leans forward and takes my hands in hers. Her palms are warm, and though being held by her is a little embarrassing, especially in front of the rest of my classmates, I can't quite bring myself to care. It's comforting. I inhale. My breath catches in my chest and my throat feels dry. Why is my heart beating so fast? You know what, Ree? What? I really do love you. Cute? What just happened? It's been almost 10 minutes since Lacey's proclamation and my brain still can't process it. Was it some kind of dream? I'd be tempted to believe that if I didn't feel so distinctly travel sick. It must be true. She said she loved me. Not just like, but love. Oh, we're taking it like that? Cool. My face turns red. My cheeks burn. My heart thumps painfully inside my chest. How on earth am I supposed to react to this? It's true that Lacey managed to get Fuji something to leave me alone, but at what cost? I can hear him whispering about it even now. Did Alicia really say love? She did, there was no mistaking it. Not like, but love, definitely love. Definitely love. That's so unfair, I wish Alicia would say that to me. Perhaps Alicia did not truly mean love, but was unable to communicate her feelings in any other way, given Japanese is not her first language. That must be it. I'm sure that must be it. Maybe I still have a chance after all. No way, when she said love, she really did mean it. The aura around those two is unmistakable. Aura? That's right, the pale white, lily-colored aura of 2 girls in love. I sink down into my seat. Why did this have to happen to me? Ree? Ree, are you alright? You've been really quiet for the last 10 minutes. Does she need to ask? Isn't it obvious if I'm not alright? I hate being the center of attention, and the bold statement like Alicia's definitely got attention. I need to make notes quickly. I'm going to turn this into an epic original story detailing the true love between 2 shy, sensitive schoolgirls and make loads of money at Comiket. And a manga adaptation, apparently. This is just great. What should I do? Where was I? Make manual save 5. Scold Licia. For drawing attention to you. Well, why did you say you loved me, you idiot? That's something only couples say, and usually on Christmas Eve, too. Everything about her confession was all wrong. The timing, the location, and the fact that it was Licia to begin with, too. What does she mean, love? We're only 9 years old. Well, I'm only 9. I'm not entirely sure how old Licia is. Time might work differently in hell. She doesn't look any older than me, though. Is it really such a big deal? Of course it is. Saying that you love somebody is a really big commitment. It's like something only adults say. And only if they, I don't know, want to marry each other? Is that so? Yes, it is. I love my parents a lot, and my big sisters, and I don't want to marry them. That's illegal. Even in hell? Of course it is. We do have some standards, you know. We don't want our children to be born with webbed toes. It's a very blurry scene, not a lot of punches being thrown here. What? Why would you be throwing punches here? Cyan, I am late. I was too late for Resident Evil 8 demo. It was only 8 hours. Fuck that shit. Did you play it? You missed it too? Oh man. Oh right. That's good then. Just finishing Control. Yeah, I was doing photography shit and then I had to sleep. Missed it. Pretty mad about it. This 8-hour thing doesn't make any sense to me. But putting this highly interesting subject to one side, I don't think you should say sappy stuff like that so casually. So you finished Control? What sappy stuff? You mean love you? I leaned forwards, my face flushed beet red, and clapped one hand against Lisi's mouth. Exactly like that. If you spout such things in the open, you'll get teased, and so will I. Kids can be merciless, you know. Oh, okay, I just wanted to make you happy, but if it bothers you, I won't say things like that anymore, Ray. Good. Licia looks down at the floor, her hands balled into fists on her lap, and mutters something under her breath. But I still love you all the same. Wow, this place is so amazing. Look at this, Ree. I know what these fields look like. I've been here before. But I haven't. Licia stands there with her arms spread out, staring out at the horizon. Pretty good game. Is that going to be your next plat? I can't deny these fields are pretty. A hidden bower of strawberry plants tucked away amongst the mountains. But the aesthetic experience is somewhat dampened by my past experiences with this place. We went here for our school trip last year too. Wandering around a leafy field with a wicker basket in my hand, prodding strawberries to check whether they were ripe enough to pick or not, wasn't very exciting. How can you be that enthused? It's just a bunch of fields. It might be a bunch of fields to you, but it's like a whole new universe to me. I've never been anywhere so green before. Well, that much is true. It certainly is green around here. Not all of it, though. I pointed to one of the more bedraggled strawberry plants. Bedraggled? I've never heard this word before. Its leaves are a sickly light yellow, and it's ridden with holes. I don't think this plant is going to last much longer. It'll probably die soon. Ray, you're such a pessimist. Why do you always have to look at the negatives? I wasn't trying to look at the negatives, I just happened to notice it. It's not my fault. Some plants might be a little, dead. That doesn't mean my enthusiasm is. They don't have anywhere like this in hell. I can't imagine the climate down there would be good for farming. What with all the fire and brimstone? You're right, how did you know? It was just a guess. I can feel all my worries melting away. But this is no time for being sentimental. We have to pick all these cute, delicious looking berries. Can practically hear them screaming to me, saying, Licia, please hit me. Now that sounds like something from a horror movie. Come on, Ree, let's go. Licia looks completely enamored. I want to tease her, but her smile is so pure my words falter. Her face is bright, almost dazzling. She looks like a young maiden who's fallen in love for the first time. Well, she did say she loved me on the coach earlier. Could that have anything to do with the smile on her face? No, that's ridiculous. I shake my head, my face flushing. Licia might have said she loved me, but she couldn't have meant it. She's too young to understand what that word means, and anyway, she isn't even a human. She's a demon. Are demons even capable of love? It seems contradictory. Licia's entire existence is contradictory. She contradicts the laws of modern science, rationality, and good old-fashioned common sense. And yet, though she shouldn't exist, she still does. She definitely does. If she didn't, how could she be holding my hand like that? Uh-oh. I am sick. Shit. Just a second again. Well, let's hope that lasts a little longer. Ree, do you think these are ripe enough? I kneel down, examining a strawberry Licia is pointing at with the tip of her index finger. The strawberry is a washed out light pink at the tip and pale green at the fatter end. Looking at it, making me feel kinda depressed. You should leave it alone. I don't think it's ready yet. Well, there's only one way to find out. Licia plucks the unripe strawberry off the vine, straightens up, and pops it into her mouth. As soon as she does, her face turns pale. Ree, it's really hard and sour. Of course it is. I told you it wasn't ready yet. Why did you ask me for advice if you had no intention of following it? Because I didn't know for sure. Well, now you do know. Why don't you spit it out? 'Cause it would be a waste of food. I have to finish what I started. Even if she is a complete hairhead, at least she does have some sense of duty. I just wish it wasn't about weird things like this. You've been eating every single strawberry you see. You haven't saved a single one. But I need to test if they taste good before I put them in my basket. But by that point it's too late, the strawberries are already gone. Honestly, do you ever think before you act? Not really, that's boring. I want to live in the moment, but Dan! Licia punches a fist in the air. Her loud yell startles a few birds nearby and they flap off with a series of alarmed squawks. I don't even know what you're talking about. But thinking about you are giving me a headache. Anyway, we still have the lunches Dad made. You don't even need to stuff your face with strawberries. You'll ruin your appetite. Oh yes, lunch. I could eat that, couldn't I? No, wait, it's only 10 a.m. I am hungry now. Alicia pouts and stamps her feet. You should have known I'd want to eat lunch as soon as you brought it up. Maybe so, but I won't let you disregard normal meal times. You're a human. Well, strictly speaking, she isn't, but she looks enough like one. It still counts. Not an animal. So you're saying I can't eat any of my strawberries and I can't eat any lunch either? No. In that case, I'll just find something else to eat. Hey, where are you going? Alicia doesn't reply, but she doesn't need to. Her actions speak louder than words. She takes a running leap at a nearby tree, then grabs hold of the lowest branch with her right hand. Alicia is going to eat a person? Yeah. She could. Maybe. She pulls herself up the trunk like a monkey, digging her feet against the rough bark for perches. Come back down from there. You'll fall. If you fall, you'll get hurt. It's fine. I'm good at climbing things. I've climbed the red sulfur stacks in hell more times than I can count. Given Alicia's less than spectacular grasp of rudimentary mathematics, I'm not sure if this feat is quite as impressive as she'd like me to believe. I don't care. That isn't a sulfur stack, it's a tree. The two are very different. They might be different, but it's the same principle. Alicia pulls herself a little further up the tree. Her movements are surprisingly graceful, and I find myself being drawn to her despite myself. Didn't Alicia say she was going to exact her revenge upon Mother Nature a few days ago? Is this spectacle part of her revenge? Did she check if it's a fruit tree? She trying to one-up nature itself, proving her inherent superiority by scaling this tree? There's apples. It's just as I thought. It's an apple tree. No, of course she isn't. Alicia didn't climb that tree to prove a point. She climbed it for the simplest of reasons. The exact same reason which led to mankind's discovery of fire. She did it because she was hungry. Well, I wouldn't say mankind discovered fire because they were hungry. This is really good. The apple is so crunchy and it's all covered in dew. Do you want an apple too, Ree? I think I'll pass. Are you sure? It's really good, I promise. Here. Let's just hope it's not covered in pesticide. I'm fine, thank you. Oh, come on, Ree. These apples are really refreshing. They don't even have any worms. Well, I would hope not. I sigh. I'm not very hungry, but Alicia looks so expectant I'd feel mean to refuse her. Alright, fine. I'll try one of them. Yay, you won't be disappointed. Alicia tosses the apple down at me. It arcs through the air. A bright red projectile. I catch it with both hands. It hits my palms with a satisfying thud. The surface of the apple is shiny and I can see my face reflected within it. Wow. An apple shiny enough to reflect your face? That can't be good. You better peel that off. The apple is slightly smaller than those found at a supermarket, and imperfectly formed, not quite a neat sphere. The few bumps and bruises that mar its skin only make the apple more charming, however. It seems more natural somehow. I don't even need to take a bite into the apple to taste it. Its scent is rich and enticing, and inhaling it makes my mouth water. You're cute, Ree. You look so happy, and over something so simple, too. I'm not happy. I wasn't even smiling. Maybe not, but I could see it in your eyes. My eyes? What kind of cliche nonsense is this? How can she even see my eyes all the way up there? That's right. Your eyes look very warm and soft right now, like toffee. No matter what you say, your eyes can't lie. Giggling to herself, Licia takes the apple held in her hand and takes a bite out of it. The apple yields to her teeth with a sharp, sweet crunch. Even though we've been here for hours, you still don't have a single strawberry in your basket. Alicia stares at her basket and gives it a shake, as though this sad little motion might make a bushel of strawberries appear inside it. Doesn't. How did this happen? I picked so many. Where did all my beautiful strawberries go? Well, I wonder. It must have been sabotaged. It's witchcraft. You're going to pin this on to a witch, even though you're a demon? I offer my condolences for any witches who might exist within our modern society. They seem to be the unfortunate scapegoats for all the world's woes, even those of demons, apparently. Poor witches, wherever they may be, they have my sympathy. Alicia, however, does not. Our teachers let us keep the berries we picked during the trip. They said we could regard them as souvenirs of a sort. They're not the most durable of souvenirs since strawberries have short shelf lives, but I don't think Alicia would appreciate any other kind of memento. Incidentally, Alicia perked up about her own paltry, non-existent haul after I said she could have some of mine. She's such a simple girl. Alicia doesn't look quite as excitable right now, though. If anything, she seems exhausted. Alicia, are you alright? I'm okay. She yawns, her pale eyelashes falling shut. When the coach goes over a bump in the road, she starts, her body jerking, and her eyes snap open again. I'm just sleepy. Is that because you woke up so early? Maybe. You're so silly. It's nice that you got so excited about our school trip, but you've tired yourself out. You should have taken it a bit easier since you were sick yesterday. But I couldn't. Why not? Because it was my very first school trip with you, Ree. I didn't want to waste it. I wanted to see lots of things and pick lots of berries and play with you. But now you're worn out. It was still worth it. Lisi's laughter trails off, and her ashen eyelashes flicker shut one more time. As it turns out, it's the last time. She's dead. She falls to one side like a marionette with cut strings, and her head rests against my shoulder. Licia? Hey, Licia. I call her name, but she doesn't stir. She really must have been exhausted to fall asleep like that. With her eyes closed, her lips pursed, she almost looks like a doll, a life-size doll, with uncannily human features, save for those horns and that tail, of course. I can feel her hot breath against my neck and see, though just barely, her chest rising and falling in her sleep. I'm not uncomfortable like this, but the rest of my classmates are staring at me, and it's kind of awkward. What should I do? I see we're going for the for the not not sharing her feelings ending, probably. Get Licia to move. Licia. I call out to Licia again, slightly louder this time, and give her shoulder a shake. What? Licia cracks one red eye open and the other blinking blearily. I feel a little bad for awakening her so suddenly, but it can't be helped. I have no desire to be gawped at by the rest of my class. Licia already gave them enough ammunition this morning, without adding to their reserves. If you're going to fall asleep, that's fine, but please don't do it on my shoulder. Your hair was tickling my nose. Did I fall asleep? That's right, you look like you're ready to doze off again at any moment. Heh, my bad. I'll try to rest my head against my seat. Is that better? That would be a lot better, thank you. I watched Alicia, my shoulders stiff, back rigid, as her eyelashes flutter closed once more. Her body slides slightly to the left, her head bumping gently against the window of the coach. At least Alicia doesn't seem too bothered by this. And there was such a nice atmosphere going on between the two of them. Why did Sakuraba have to give the lovely Alicia the cold shoulder? Maybe she didn't like being used as a pillow. I know I wouldn't. It's because you're rather haughty. Whatever. At least I don't spy on my fellow classmates and write lovey-dovey stories about them like you. Wait a minute, what? Since when did that happen? I really wish I hadn't overheard that. There are some things in this world I'd be far happier not knowing about. So, how was your trip? Did you have fun? Yes, I found a load of berries. Look, look! Alicia holds my wicker basket of berries aloft, almost shoving it into Dan's face. Wow, you really did find a lot. That's impressive, Alicia. You're such a smart girl. Huh. Don't you think that's a bit misleading? I was the one who found those strawberries, not you. Well, I suppose so. At least she has the decency to look ashamed, for a few moments anyway. But we worked as a team, right, Ree? You're my partner, and that means whatever is yours is mine, and whatever is mine is yours. You didn't contribute a single thing to our so-called partnership. You just ate everything. Well, I'm sure Alicia tried her hardest, Ree. You shouldn't scold her like that. No, it's alright. I'm sorry, Ree. I shouldn't have lied. I wasn't trying to take the credit for your hard work. I just wanted to show off a little, because I was so happy you managed to find so many delicious strawberries. I suppose that's okay then. If that's really how it is, then it's fine. Dan looks between the two of us for a few moments, a small smile on his face. You two really do get along well, don't you? What do you mean? I thought you held grudges for longer than that, Ree, but you forgave Alicia in a heartbeat. I know Yuki wouldn't be that merciful. Whatever. I'm not my mother, so that's irrelevant. Well, maybe. I think you look more like me than your mother, that's for sure. The way you act, though, it's uncannily similar at times. Dad frowns. He looks kind of nostalgic. Was he thinking about Mom? Maybe he's sad because she hasn't come home yet, even though it's already 6:30 in the evening. It's not that late. That Sato guy must be working Mom hard. She's always out late nowadays, and she never has enough time to eat dinner with us as a family. Dad tries to smile his troubles away, indulging himself in cooking or sewing to pass the time, but I don't know how effective that is. He's been happier with Alicia around to pamper. That's only a temporary solution to his troubles. What will happen to him when Alicia leaves? What will happen to me? I don't want to think about that. The thought is painful. Anyway, since we have all these delicious strawberries, it would be a shame to waste them, wouldn't it? It's exactly what I was thinking. I want to make these cute little strawberries into something really, really yummy. Strawberry cheesecake, strawberry pie, strawberry tarts, strawberry milkshake, strawberry daifuku, strawberry mochi, strawberry panic. Was the last item on the list something you can eat? No, it's an anime. I wave a hand in front of her glazed eyes. Alicia, are you still with us? Strawberries are so tasty. I guess not. This girl has nothing but food on the brain. Well, it's nice that you're so enthusiastic about the strawberries, but I don't think we have enough to make all those dishes. No way, is that really true? Unfortunately. We could probably make at least one dish out of this, though. Wouldn't you like that? Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. In that case, I want to eat the strawberry shortcake. I've heard about them before, and they're meant to be really good. One of my big sisters had a slice of strawberry shortcake once, and she said it was so good eating it was like falling in love. What about you, Ray? Do you want to make strawberry shortcake too? I don't dislike strawberry shortcake, but I think it's rather plain dessert. I've had strawberry shortcake several times before, so I know how it tastes. Actually, I think I want to try something a bit more unusual. What, Ree? You would betray me now, in my hour of need? Hey, I was the one who picked all those strawberries. If anybody should get to decide what we make, it should be me. But the strawberry shortcake, so good it feels like falling in love. What do you know about love? You're only a kid. I mean, so am I, but I like to think I'm mature for my age. But I love food more than anything in the world. I love it more than the blood that runs through my veins, or the heart that beats within my chest. You might love the food, but it doesn't love you. You got sick because you ate too much of it only yesterday, didn't you? I just miscalculated a little. Such a thing won't happen again, I promise. I don't want to be a burden on you any further, Ree. For a girl who doesn't want to be a burden, she sure is being stubborn about her stupid strawberry shortcake. You don't need to disagree on such a simple matter. Can't we make both instead? But you already said we don't have enough strawberries to make too many dishes, didn't you? Ah, yes, I might have said that. You shouldn't go back on your word. It's not possible to please everyone. You got to get used to that, even if you don't like it. Haha, you really are wise, Ree. I feel like a mere novice compared to you. Maybe you are. Now, as you are obviously incapable of being an arbiter since you're too afraid of hurting people's feelings, I think I should decide what we should do instead. But you're clearly biased, Ree. So? So you might be my friend, but you're my opponent in this bitter and bloody battle. It isn't fair you get to decide what we do. So you say, but these are my strawberries. I have a complete monopoly on them, and we're going to do what I want. Well, what do I want? I'm not the world's biggest fan of strawberry shortcake, but I might petty enough to spoil Lisia's fun? I guess I am. I guess that's I guess that's the route. Oh, I'd like to think I'm more mature than that. Oh, okay. It actually doesn't tell me to choose this ever. So I want to try it. Can I skip? Just to see what dish I get? Ah, risotto. Huh. So I do get something different. When was I going to get this trophy? This is actually going to be the very last one. Okay. I saw it now. That's weird. It looks great though. I'd eat that. Strawberry risotto. I just wanted to see the meal. I still want to follow the guide. I like to think I'm more mature than that. Oh, it looks so good. Thank you, Ree. No need to thank me. If you want to thank anybody, it should be that, since he did most of the work. Well, of course, I'm going to thank Husky, but I want to thank you too. Why? Because you let me make this adorable strawberry shortcake, even though you don't like it. It was very thoughtful of you. I glower, trying to quell the blush that I know is threatening to rise to my cheeks. I didn't do it for your sake. I just didn't want to argue about something so petty. It would be childish. I don't know if my half-hearted rebuttal sounds particularly convincing, but this doesn't seem to bother Alicia. She accepts my words unquestioningly, with a good-natured smile. Hehe. Well, no matter the reason, I really am thankful, Ree. I look down at the floor, biting my lower lip. I think I'm an honest person, but when I'm with Alicia, it becomes a lot harder to tell the truth. My heart is filled with complicated and contradictory emotions, and I'm not sure which of them to believe. All of them? None of them? It's true that I caved into Alicia's demands because I didn't want to have a stupid argument, but that wasn't the only reason. I don't want to admit this to myself, least of all to Alicia, but something about her smile warms my heart. Alicia might be a demon, but she's still one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She's the only person who's ever tried to befriend me and not given up along the way. Is that why I agreed to make her a cake? Did I feel indebted to her? I don't know if that's entirely right either. If my actions were born out of a sense of duty, then why do I feel so satisfied when I see her smile? Maybe I had some selfish motivations too. Most people do. Everyone in this world is pushed along by their own greed, and I don't think I'm any exception. Does that mean Alicia's happiness is my own happiness? I shift awkward. I don't think I've ever been this invested in somebody else's well-being in my life, to tell the truth. It's a little disconcerting. I'm not used to it. Ah, the cake looks so cute. It's so adorable. I want to add it to my family register. What are you talking about? Since it's hot in hell, wouldn't it melt? Hot? Isn't it meant to be cold in Norway? Might be cold in Norway, but that has nothing to do with hell. Hell doesn't abide by the rules of the human realm, be it Japan or Norway, or the center of the Bermuda Triangle. Wow, I had no idea hell was such an incredible place. I thought it was only a small village. It is a small village. Just ignore Alicia, Dad. She's spouting nonsense. I wouldn't want the poor people who live in the real village of hell, Norway, to feel misrepresented. Residing in a place that's literally called hell must be difficult enough, without people like Alicia further sullying their reputation. Now, aren't you going to eat your shortcake? We made this for you. But it's so pretty, I'd feel guilty. That's a first. But at the same time, it's so cute I want to cut it. I want to cut it wide open and watch it ooze all its cakey innards all over the table. Is that what people usually do to things they think are pretty? Maybe it's a common custom in hell? The one with fire and brimstone, not the one in Norway. I wouldn't be too surprised. Can I cut the cake, Husky? Can I? Of course you can. You're an important member of our team, too. Here you go. Alicia stares down at the cake, knife in hand, frowning. It looks like she's trying hard to make sure each and every piece she cuts is perfectly equal, which is a little unexpected. Knowing Alicia, I thought she'd take the whole cake for herself and leave everybody else to fight over the crumbs. I guess there are some things even she takes seriously. Those things being food, of course. Alicia cuts through the soft sponge cake slowly. The sweet scent of cream hovers in the air, mingled with the tartness from the ripe strawberries, freshly picked this morning. I'm not a big fan of cake, but this might be enough to convert me. The layers of sponge are inviting light yellow, sandwiched between a thick layer of white cream and cut strawberries. The top of the cake is frosted with cream in a pure white sheet like fallen snow. Delicate little rosettes of cream have been piped around the edges and sliced strawberry halves nestle against them. Ree, here, this piece is for you. Licia hands me a plate with a piece of strawberry cake on it. It's not a very neat slice of cake, but it looks delicious all the same. Are you sure I can eat this? Of course I am. You're hardly going to wear it, silly. I know, but you were the one who wanted to make a cake, so you should get the first slice. You're the one who made it. You deserve the first slice more than anybody else. Well, I look away, biting my lower lip. Do we sound foolish? We might as well be a pair of lovers twittering to one another over the end of a phone line. You hang up first. No, you. My face feels redder than ever. My cheeks are burning. What? Oh, nothing. I just thought your face looked a little funny, Ray. You have no right to call me funny when you're wearing an apron like that. Is there something strange about it? It's kind of gaudy, isn't it? But it's one of my favorites. They're all your favorites. Anyway, do you have something sensible to say, or do you just want to make fun of me? Well, I just thought maybe you and Licia could compromise. If you share that slice of cake, you can both eat it first. Share it? Same slice? I look at Licia. She looks at me. We blink. Then a wide smile captures Licia's lips. Her whole face sparkles. Of course we can share. We are friends after all. That sounds like fun. Hey, wait a minute. That's embarrassing. Only couples share slices of cake like that. But Dad doesn't listen. He hands Licia and me a fork, smiling. Alright, you two, enjoy. You're a lot craftier than you look, you damn old man. I haven't been living with your mother all these years for nothing. Hey, Ree. What is it? I must have grown accustomed to my nightly chats with Licia because I don't feel that once familiar twinge of annoyance when she says my name. Has this become part of my routine? Talking to Licia seems natural to me now, as natural as the strawberries growing in their field. I had a really nice time today, Ree. It really was a lot of fun. That's good. I had a nice time too. You did? Really? Of course. Why would I lie about that? I don't know. I thought I annoyed you. You are a bit annoying, but you wouldn't be if you weren't. I can cope. Thank you. A small silence steals over us. I sit up in bed, the covers falling from my body, and look at Licia. She's lying in her futon, her ashen hair spread across her pillow. She stares up at the ceiling, her crimson eyes wide and staring. It doesn't look like she's trying to get to sleep. Ree, I was thinking about something. What? Well... Quite unusually, Licia is the one who looks bashful now. I can see the blush on her cheeks even through the darkness of my bedroom. Maybe we're both allergic to each other. That might explain why we keep turning red. I've had so much fun these last few days. More fun than I've ever had before in my whole life. Isn't that because you got to eat a lot of food? That's partially it, but it's not the whole reason. I'm not that greedy. Well, I wonder. I just, think it's because I was with you, Ree. You might be a little stern, and you scold me a lot. But you only do it because you care about me. My big sisters are the same. My big sisters have to love me, because they're related to me, though. At least that's what I think. That doesn't mean their love is worthless, and I love to help them a lot too, but... No, Metal, down, down! Bonk! Of course, of course. So, Metal, did you end up going, Out for like till it was like really late. I just realized yesterday. I thought there is like I saw the photo. So you didn't go out. You stayed home and drank with your friends at home? That was my question, actually. You can't be outside still, right? You can't be in the weekend, you can't be outside past 1 or 2 p.m. When my friend's home, yes. Also, that fridge is just sad. There was 0 food in that fridge. 0 food. That fridge is a house that's being rebuilt, so yeah. The fridge is a house? Now keep food in that house? Anyway. Isn't there something like duty to stay inside? Like you can leave the house, but after 1 or 2 p.m. you can leave the house, but you shouldn't. Like you can't hang out, right? Outside. I have a cat in my throat. There were lots of people out when I went out at 9:30. Saw a group of like 10 teens. Wow. I went to McDonald's. But they don't allow you to eat there anymore. So we parked the cars in the parking lot and created a circle with the cars and just ate there. Haven't eaten in McDonald's in so long. Yeah, me neither, man. Just since November, I think. Which seems like yesterday, but we're in April already. Oh yeah. December, January, February, March, April. 5 months. But yeah, it was cool. After the shoot, I went with the makeup artist and 2 of the models to McDonald's. I missed it. I totally did. Especially the McFlurry, the Oreo McFlurry. That tastes like falling in love. Not a big fan of McFlurry? Oh, get out of here. Banned. I like caramel sundae. Yeah. I love that. I'm a boomer. You are. I love that, but I love Oreos. So the Oreo McFlurry is my ice cream of choice. Remember when we could just scoop a little ice cream off of our friends When they had a different flavor and we all shared. Remember that? Huh. That was fun. Fucking Rona. I don't know if that's ever coming back, to be honest. That doesn't mean their love is worthless. I love them a lot too, but having a friend is like a little different. It's not the same sort of love. I'm not used to it, and it's a little weird, but I think it's love all the same, no matter what you say. I might be a demon, but I can still feel love, and I love talking to you. I love being with you. I just love you as a person. You really are my bestest friend in the whole world. In the human realm and in hell. Alicia. I blink, a little taken aback by the sincerity in her voice. Since Alicia is quite a silly person, bobbing along through life like a rubber duck in a bathtub, I never thought she could think about things so seriously. I must have been wrong. I'm very flattered, but a word like love is far too strong. I mean, we're only 9 years old. I might be young, but I don't think it matters. I know how I feel, and I know that I love you. I hang my head, picking pieces of lint off my covers and rolling them between the pads of my fingers. My heart is pounding, and the air inside my room feels far too hot and stuffy. Alicia says that she loves me, but does she really? She's too young to understand what love truly means, isn't she? I might be smart for my age, but I think I'm too young to understand what love means too. Whatever you want, Metal, it's not happening, because that's not the route I'm going for anyway. I haven't had much experience with people my age before, and I'm still adjusting to the novel idea of Lisa being my friend, let alone something more. Though I get good grades, I'm just not cut out for extensive social interactions. Having a friend has proved to be unexpectedly pleasant, if a touch draining, but I don't know about anything beyond that. Well, I appreciate your feelings and I'm happy you enjoy my company, but I don't think I feel the same. Even so, I like you a lot, and I'm glad I met you. Even if I don't know if I love you, I really do want to be your friend. I thought as much. I love you a lot, Ree, but I know you're rather shy deep down inside. I'm not shy, I'm just cold and aloof, that's all. That's what my classmates say. Your classmates might say that, but that's really because they don't know you like I do. That's hardly their fault. They can't be blamed for disliking me. I never even bothered to talk to them. Maybe not. I don't think you're cold or aloof. I've seen a lot of different sides of you this last week, Ree, and I can say it with confidence. You're a really nice girl. You look kinda grumpy, but that's not the real Ree. The real Ree is a really sweet, gentle person who can make delicious food and gets flustered when people compliment her. I know it might seem sudden, and I know I'm still young, but I really do love you. I love you a lot. I don't mind if you don't love me back. I'm just happy I met you. You don't mind that I don't feel quite the same way? Of course not. I want to be by your side forever. I gulp. My heart is pounding. My cheeks feel hot. My body is trembling. Under normal circumstances, I think I was coming down with a fever, but I know that isn't the case. It must be because I'm happy, really, truly happy, for the first time in my life. Thank you. I want to be by your side too. Alright. Day 6? Saturday. Alright. Before we tackle the last day, let me take a quick break. Because sick. Because going outside is awful and bad. But it's the only way I can do photo shoots. Well, it's not. Maybe I need to buy more backgrounds for my studio. That's what I need. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. I'm making some tea to see if I can feel a little better. It's just my nose is all clogged. So I won't be long. This is the final day, and then we'll be playing Ni no Kuni after. Um, it's not the last route, but hey, we're finishing this route, and that's probably it. You want to see them hook up? Play it. Play it yourself. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I feel like I always leave this game in the section with no music. Sorry about that. Holy shit, that's hot. But I have tea. I yawn, blinking as the sunlight streams in through my bedroom window. My flimsy curtains attempt to resist the onslaught of holy light, but their best efforts are in vain. I sit up in bed and stretch. I don't think I'll be able to go back to sleep now, so I might as well get up. As they say, there's no rest for the wicked. Not that I think I'm particularly wicked. Wouldn't that apply to Licia more than me? Unsurprisingly, Licia is still fast asleep. Her hair spills across her pillow, tangled up in her horns, and her pale eyelashes are tightly shut. She's snuggled up underneath her futon, and I can see her covers rising and falling with each breath of air she takes. Licia? She doesn't respond. She doesn't even stir. Licia. I try again, my voice a little louder this time, but it still has no effect. Licia continues to sleep, squirreled away inside her dreams. She looks so peaceful lying there, her face free of tension. Not that I've ever seen her look particularly tense, that I feel guilty for trying to wake her. Then don't. Of course she's sleepy. She was sick a couple days ago, and she woke up early yesterday to go on our school trip. To cap things off, she isn't a human girl at all, but a demon, so spending time in the human realm, as she terms it, must be tiring. While I've been going about my daily routine, only slightly disturbed by Licia's presence, every single thing that Licia has seen, smelled, touched, or tasted these past 6 days must have been new for her. Visiting a whole new world would be a lot for anyone to take in, especially a small girl like her. I think she might be a little upset about missing breakfast, but it should be fine if I ask Dad to save a portion of food for her. Alright, Licia, sweet dreams. I hope she can enjoy whatever time remains with me and my family happily, wearing a smile like the one that's on her face right now. I want her to have a lot of good memories of this week. Then she might not leave. Alright, another cute outfit for the mom. Got a meeting at 9:30, it's time to catch some Z's. Have a good night, guys. You stay away from those Z's, Chimpy. They bite. And then you become a Z yourself. Happy weaving, thank you. Have a good night, Chimpy. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope your meeting goes well. Also, hello Arrogance, how are you? Thank you for 40 months! Thank you so much, man. Butt stuff to you too. This Moriarty emote is something else, by the way. I made that emote myself. And they used it for quite a long time. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I made a lot of the kind of funny emotes that they did, that they used on the first batch. Right up until the end, yeah. Their first batch of emotes, their first batch of emotes they added, so the original emotes, not mine, the first batch they added was like, I don't even remember, 90% mine? I made a shitload of emotes. I blame the Oreos for the split. Well, you have to split them if you want to lick them. Well, I blame Twitter, but then Twitter is at fault for everything. The Oreos arrogance. Good advice applicable in many settings. The Oreos. Also, welcome back, Metal. Anyways, yes. Have a good night, man. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I pad downstairs a little later than usual, and I'm surprised to find that Mom is still sitting at the kitchen table. Shouldn't she be getting ready for work? On Saturday? You doing better, Arrogance? How are you? Someone say butt stuff? Maybe. Hey, Mom, do you have the day off today? That's right, I'm finally free. Free? That sounds rather ominous. Sato didn't have a heart attack, did he? I thought that he must have done when I received that phone call this morning. I couldn't think of any other reason why Sato the slave driver would cancel today's filming session. Pretty much gone? How many dudes have you banged? None. This isn't an Ottoman visual novel. And why do you really have today off? I don't know if I should tell you that, Ree. It's confidential information. Even though I'm your daughter. Well, I suppose it's nothing too scandalous. Mom says this with a certain amount of wistfulness, which makes me wonder whether she would prefer it if that really was the case. We've been filming at the local hospital, but they've been having problems with their eating over the last few days. The hospital staff decided they should fix this issue as quickly as possible for the safety of their patients. As such, they requested that we actors leave them be for a couple of days so they can get everything running smoothly again. Are the patients okay? They should be fine. They wouldn't have let us go there yesterday if the problem was too severe. I'm glad I got a day off at any rate. I've spent so much time at that hospital, my skin probably smells of disinfectant. The doctors and nurses are a pain to work around too. They always scold us for making too much noise, and they never smile at us when they see us in the halls. So rude. They're saving lives and yet they don't smile at us. I know trying to accommodate a film crew must be quite troublesome, but they could at least try to be polite. I think Mom is just annoyed because she doesn't like being sidelined, but I don't say that. I don't want her to flick me. Her fingernails are long and sharp, and being flicked by them hurts. I'm happy I can spend some more time with my lovely family. I've been so busy lately, I've hardly spoken to you at all, Ree. Why, I feel like you've grown a good 5 inches since the last time I saw you. The last time you saw me was at the breakfast table yesterday. I know that, but it doesn't feel like it. Your mother misses her cutest, loveliest, smartest little daughter. I'm your only daughter, Mom. I know, that's why I love you the most. Choo. Mom blows a kiss at me from over the table. Mom isn't quite as touchy-feely as Dad is. She rarely hugs me, and she doesn't often pat my head or kiss my cheeks. But the way she shows affection can be quite draining nevertheless. And where is Licia? As long as she's under our roof, she's also our honorary daughter. That's right, where is Licia? She isn't sick again, is she, Ree? So, in terms of pretty much gone, how much Rainbow Six have you played on the weekend? When are we getting a sponsorship? As in, we as in you. I am committed to this as well. I think that's all I've played. Well, you could have done something else. I have a confession. When I was waiting for the model today, because I was shooting at home today, I went out yesterday, but today I shot at home. I was putting more songs in my flash drive. Putting more songs in my flash drive, and some of them were from Final Fantasy XIV, and man, I miss it. I really miss it. That crap game? Who would play that shit? Only potatoes play that shit. Hacking nerd, yes. You say 14, Melty shows up? Of course. The Final Fantasy XIV himself. The Fairy Fencer. I'm telling you, if the next expansion from Final Fantasy XIV should have a job, that is the Fairy Fencer, and then Melty would just no life that game forever. "14-year-olds? What? He already does." I guess. It isn't because of my food, is it? Did it disagree with her stomach? Was she allergic to something? No, it isn't because of the food. It has nothing to do with that. Are you sure? I'm sure. She's just asleep. She's just a little sleepy after going on that school trip yesterday, that's all. You did an extreme trial? I saw that in Arrogance's chat. When I was lurking and not saying anything. As I do. What a creep. Yes, it's a little creepy when I don't even say hi, isn't it? Dude, sometimes I'm just so tired that I'm like, let me open the stream to support. Peek in a few more windows, why don't you? Yeah. Half the time it's me talking to David without him responding. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes, and this happens a lot. I notice people are streaming, but I'm so tired that I open it and I go lie down. Like, before I go lie down, I always go check if anyone is streaming so that I have the window open so that I give them a view. So, like, I can support in a little way. But, like, I don't say anything because I just want to go to bed. I just want to go lie down. He's never lurked in my channel for a view. I lurk in your security cameras all the time, though. I know how it goes, dude. Most of the times I'm not here, I am. I get that. It's, like, I want to interact because, well, as a streamer, I know exactly how it is. Like, I know talking to people really helps. But usually, like, I'm caught up doing something else, and when I go to my email, it's usually when I'm like tired or need a break or I'm about to go lie down, and then I see like a list of the people I have alerts for and open them all up and lie down. Sometimes I say hi, sometimes I don't say hi. I can talk to myself and complain about Siege for hours. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play a multiplayer game by myself. If I'm playing with you guys, we're having fun together. If I am playing by myself, I am like... I play exactly the same, but in my state of mind, I'm try-hard mode. So every single little failure annoys the hell out of me, and I just can't deal with it. That's my not zen side that you've never seen. Because I don't do it. Because I don't have fun doing it. I'm sure she's just a little sleepy after going on that school trip yesterday, that's all. But you went on that school trip too, Ray. I might have done, but I have more self-discipline than she does. I'm glad. Self-discipline is one of the most important traits any person can have. It will do you a world of good, Ray. Thank you. I must have inherited from your side of the family. Oh, Ray, you charmer. With that silver tongue of yours, you could make anybody, boy or girl, fall for you. That's how I got good, playing solo, making tons of mistakes. Like, I tried... The last time I tried that was probably when I shifted focus from 360 to PlayStation, to PS3. I wanted to redo some multiplayer stuff that I had done on 360, namely Battlefield Bad Company 1, and I just couldn't do it. Or 2, I don't remember which one. I just couldn't do it. I am extremely high level in those games online, both of them. On 360, because I played with friends. Trying to play that by myself, it was awful. It was really awful. And I love Battlefield. That's probably my favorite multiplayer shooter. And probably the solo Battlefield is painful. I think Battlefield is probably the best multiplayer shooter I can be, because I can be good. I can be good in a match without being good in a firefight, right? Because I could go around and kill some people in the back and fulfill objectives and do shit, and then get really high scores, which I did. I think I was above. I was actually pretty above. I never was like bottom half of the list in a Battlefield game, which had big teams. So I was above average. MLG support, yeah, I played Medic many times, so. I don't know why I never vibed much. I did spend a lot of time playing it, but ended up moving away from Doc in Siege. But previous generation, like Battlefield, Bad Company 1 and 2, and Killzone 3, I always played Medic. Unless I was actively trying to level up another class, obviously. But if I had no objective, if I was just playing for playing, it was medic, always. Girl? I can't help but recall my conversation with Lisa yesterday. My face flushes. Was Mom listening in on us? I wouldn't put it past her. Thankfully, Dad comes to the rescue with one of his shy smiles. So, what will we do about breakfast? Do you want me to save a portion for Licia? Yes, please. I think she would appreciate that. I knew you were a shooter bro in disguise. Nah, man, it's pickled plums. It was because I had friends to play with. And nothing to do. Because I didn't have a job at the time, so it was great. Remember when you just studied? The amount of free time? Speaking of which, breakfast looks nice today too. The miso soup and rice are accompanied with a plate of pickled plums. The plums are a deep red color, almost like candied apples, and they shimmer under the lights of the kitchen. Unlike apples, however, their skins are puckered and wrinkly, and they're a good deal smaller. I take one of the plums between my chopsticks and pop it into my mouth. The plum is crunchy on the outside but softer within, and the first bite fills my mouth with flavor. At first my tongue is assailed by sharp, sour saltiness, but this fades away with a slightly fruity aftertaste. The pickled plums might be somewhat overpowering on their own, but when eaten in combination with the rice, the differing textures and flavors help to counterbalance one another. I reach out with my chopsticks to take another pickled plum when... Hey, why are you all eating without me? Oh, I also played a lot of Battlefield 1943. Well, almost forgot about that one. I actually played a lot of online stuff back in the day. Bad Company 1 and 2, 1943, Halo 3, Reach, Gears of War 2 and 3, Race Driver Grid. I played so much Race Driver Grid. A little bit of the Forza 3 too, but never a lot online actually. It was more head to head than with a bunch of people. Good morning, Licia. Are you alright? I was alright, until you all decided to leave me out. Leave you out? I would never. I thought you might be sick, but... So Ree told you I was sick? That isn't it exactly. I just, I'm sorry, Alicia. You look so peaceful sleeping, I would have felt bad if I woke you up. Huh? You did it because you cared about me, Ree? I suppose so. Since we don't have school today, I thought you might like to rest a bit longer. Well, sorry for jumping to conclusions, we don't have that much time left together, so I thought we should make the most of it. Ah, yes, of course. This is Licia's last day here. The fact has been weighing on my mind heavily. Like a heap of undisturbed snow, though I try to ignore it. Licia takes her seat at the breakfast table and Dad sets her food before her. She bows her head and thinks, but she doesn't look quite as enthusiastic as usual. I always thought Lacey's reactions when she ate food were melodramatic and overblown, but I miss them now. Getting excited over food is a crucial part of her character. Without it, the atmosphere at the breakfast table feels strangely stilted. To my surprise, I find I can't enjoy my own food as much without Lacey's commentary. Everything tastes strangely bland, even the salty pickled plums. I'm sorry if I didn't understand your feelings, Licia. It's alright, I appreciate the thought. I just want to spend as much time with you as possible before I have to leave. Huh, and you said you weren't friends when Licia first came to stay with us. I don't know if I've ever seen two people so obviously besotted with one another before. So obviously what? What? Besotted? What does that mean? Is it a kind of food? Mom doesn't reply. Instead, she only smiles. For some reason, she looks very proud of herself, like a cat that's caught a particularly juicy mouse. Whoa, indeed. There's so much woo-woo in the mall. Is this really your last day here, Alicia? That's right. Dad tries to smile bravely, but it wavers a little at the edges, as though it might collapse at any moment. I don't know why he's bothering. Dad's always been a dreadful actor. It looks like he's going to start crying at any given moment. Dad cries at almost everything. I thought he was going to drown himself in his own tears when we watched One with the Wind together. It's one of Mom's favorite movies. One with the Wind? Gone with the Wind? Is that it? If he can't even handle fictional farewells with thoroughly unpleasant southern belles, how on earth can he handle sad partings in reality? The answer is simple. He can't, no matter how much he might be trying. That's nice then, isn't it? Didn't you miss your own family? I did, I guess, but they're not like you. I should hope not. I'd feel very sorry for you if your dad was anything like me. Wow. Oh no, he isn't. My dad is very cool. He wears suits, white suits sometimes, and everybody says he's handsome enough to be an idol. I'm glad. That's what he says, but he doesn't sound very glad. Don't worry, Kuski. Even though I love my dad, I love you too. You do? That's right, you're really nice. You make me food and sew me clothes, and you make me laugh a lot. You're not as scary as my dad is. I like talking to you, and you don't shush me or tell me to shut up. Well, of course not. You might be younger than me, but you have a lot of valid points too. I don't understand parents who refuse to listen to their own children. What's the point in having a child if you don't want to show any interest? Thank you. Licia smiles and slips her hand into Dad's. Her hand is small compared to his, and it dwarfs hers. Since Dad's so quiet, I often forget how tall he is. It's only when Licia sidles up to him like that I realize. If Dad didn't have such pink hair, he might be kind of intimidating. You don't need to thank me. I'm just glad I got to spend some time with you. You're a sweet girl. You hear that, Ree? Kuski said I was sweet. So, aren't you jealous? Jealous that my dad likes you? That's right. No, not really. He likes everyone. Except himself. I've been walking along behind Dad and Licia for a while now, silent, sullen. I'm not sure why, since it's Licia's last day here. I know I should try to be a bit more talkative, but I can't even bring myself to smile. Maybe it's because of the awkward conversation I had with Licia last night, or maybe I'm scared. I'm scared if I start talking now, something inside me will break and I'll spill all my thoughts and feelings out in an embarrassing rush. That I'll miss her, that I like her, and I don't want her to go. But I can't say stuff like that, not in front of Dad. That would be far too embarrassing. I pout, kicking at a small pebble. It rolls along the path and disappears amongst the trees that line the riverside. Oh. I blink. All of a sudden my eyes have snagged on something. There, perched in the branches of a tall elm tree, is a cat. Or kitten, maybe. It looks like it's clinging to the branches of the tree for dear life, and it shivers when a gust of wind blows by. Did it climb up there, hunting for birds, then get stuck? This only happens in fiction. I have never known a cat to be stuck in a tree in real life. Dad notices too. He pauses. Lisi is still holding his hand and frowns. Do you think that kitty will be okay, Kaski? I'm not sure. It doesn't look like its owner is anywhere around, but Dad scours the riverbank, an unusually serious expression on his face. For a few seconds, I'm almost tricked into thinking he might be kind of reliable. Then I remember he's my dad and the image falls apart in seconds. She's so mean. Even so, I need to go and help it. The poor thing looks terrified. You say that, but are you any good at climbing trees? I'll just have to do my best. I'm the oldest one here, so saving that cat should be my responsibility. But I'm really good at climbing trees, Kaski. I'll get the cat down in a heartbeat. No, it's sweet of you, Licia, but I'd never forgive myself if you got hurt. You should just leave this to me. But then you'll get hurt instead. I appreciate it, but I'll be fine. I'm not good at very much, but I can at least manage this much. Famous last words. Dad walks up to the tree and pauses beneath the branches. He looks up at the cat, perhaps planning the quickest route to get to it. He breathes in heavily, focusing, trying to concentrate. Alright, don't worry. I have this all under control. You're going to be alright, little fellow. He reaches forward and grabs hold of one of the branches. Lisi and I stand together watching him. His movements are slow, shaky, unsteady, and he seems to be finding it hard to support himself in his ascent. He wobbles precariously but still does not fall. Wow, he's actually gone up pretty high. Surprisingly, Dad hates heights. Yeah, he struck me as the type. Do you think I should help him? How can you help him now? It's too late. He's already committed himself. I could go up there real quick and grab the cat before he gets hurt. It's a nice idea, but I don't know if his pride could stand such a thing. He doesn't have much of it as it is. You might be right. Alright, little guy, I'm here. I've got you. Dad finally manages to pull himself onto the branch where the cat is perched. He shuffles along awkwardly, holding onto a branch above him to keep his balance. Even so, he keeps trembling, and the bow beneath him buckles worryingly beneath his weight. The cat doesn't make any attempt to get closer to him. Instead, it backs away, eyes wide with worry. As cats do. Hey, come on. I'm not going to hurt you. Come on, please. Dad continues to shuffle forwards. He almost pitches forwards, but he's able to steady himself at the last moment. One of his shoes slips off his feet during this whirring tremor and it hits the ground with a dull thud. It's a good thing that it wasn't his skull. Dad seems to be thinking the same thing because he bites his lower lip. Come on, it'll be alright. I promise, it'll be alright. He moves forwards a little bit more. Now he's hanging over the river beyond the railing that separates the walkway from the running water. If he were to slip and fall, he'd get soaked through. Come on, I have you. That's what he says, but I don't think he believes it. None of us do. And all of a sudden, a sudden loud crack rings through the air, like a peal of thunder. And now I am an orphan. Yeah. Kaski. Idiot. I saw this coming from a mile away. Ow. Thankfully, it doesn't look like Dad's in any serious pain. I can't see any cuts or bruises on him, even if he is rubbing the back of his head. He is wet, however, completely soaked through. He sits there in a running river, legs spread out, knees jutting out through the surface of the water like small islands. His shirt clings to his skin, semi-transparent. His hair sticks to his forehead, dripping with water. Droplets roll down his forehead, running off the tip of his nose. He is shivering. Though it's a warm day, the water looks cold, even if it's a light clear blue. I don't know if I've ever seen a more pitiful sight before in my life. Dad looks sad and crumpled, and his hair is a mess. There are even tears beating in the corners of his eyes. But at least he was able to complete his objective. The brown cat, or kitten maybe, is resting on top of his head, like a beret. Cute. It snuggles against his scalp, trying to find some relief from the coolness of the water. Its ears are pressed against its skull, and it flicks its tail. Yay, Kasky, you did it! Ah! Dad blinks, alerted by the sound of Lisey's applause. When he looks up, his pale face suddenly floods with color. He flushes light pink, perhaps from happiness, and a silly soft smile spreads across his lips. Oh, you're right. You're okay. I'm so glad. I was really worried. I frowned. My lips pursed. I often poke fun at my dad and his clumsy ways, but I have to admit, I am a little impressed. It looks like there are things he can do after all. Wow, what is this place? Is it some kind of palace devoted to the pagan worship of food? Heh, how funny. This isn't a palace, Lisey, it's just a restaurant. Restaurant? You don't have restaurants in Norway? Maybe we do, but I've never seen one before. How peculiar, and let me enlighten you. Restaurants are where people go buy food, rather than making it themselves. Oh, I see, but how are these unlimited stocks of food produced? You humans don't have access to Hell's patented magic circle technology, do you? Magic circles? Yes, they're very convenient. Which game is the one you were talking about the other day? Yakuza of the End. No stage. Yakuza Dead Souls on the first stage, no stage. Yakuza Dead Souls, PS3. Yeah. It's called Yakuza of the End in Japan. Oh man, I forgot. Yakuza 1 and 2 have remasters on PS3. No, I am going back to PS3. Oh, you were considering it? I was kidding though. I didn't think you took that seriously. Hello Yakuza, I'll at least consider any game from that team. Had no idea it was that old though. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I would sooner recommend you play Binary Domain, which is also PS3, mind you, so don't go looking it up. But if you were going to play a PS3 game, I think Binary Domain would probably satisfy you more than Yakuza of the End. But hey, at least Yakuza of the End is Yakuza, right? But Binary Domain I felt like that game had some cool ideas. I didn't play it, but I helped my dad get through some sections of it, so I have seen some stuff, and it's neat. I wonder why they put Judgment on here but not Fist. Well, Judgment is kind of a spin-off, but Fist of the North Star is just another series. They just use the same gameplay style. Yeah, it's same city, same gameplay. Fist of the North Star is based on another source material entirely. Have you ever played Republic Commando? I was actually going to ask you about it, because you mentioned like Ni no Kuni should have been played when it came out for people checking the remaster. And I was thinking if I should buy Republic Commando. I played it on the original Xbox. I love it. It was a really fun game. Not sure how it aged. If you're going to play it, you should do it in the next month or two at the most. Man, not a bad idea. Is it amazing? Throw. It's been a very long time. It was amazing. I doubt it is still that amazing. Just checking out a trailer and dear god, it's dated looking. I checked the trophies and they look really easy. It's a game. At the time, I loved it. I thought it was super short and really fun. It's better than a lot of games that come out now. Yeah. I mean, in my memory, that it is. Like, but if I play it today, I mean, some games I think are very the age is very, very tolerable because what you're going to play them for is the story, right? Republic Commando, the gameplay is the most important thing. So there may have been some improvements in the meantime that you'll miss. I don't necessarily remember, but I remember having a lot of fun with that game. Pretty sure I got it for free on Z Box. Yeah, I have it on the original Xbox. I actually played it more than once for no reason because it has no trophies or achievements or whatever. It's because it was a short game. And like I always say, it's better to have a short game and play it again than a super long game that bores you to hell. I already believed in that back in the day. I was also eyeing Saga Frontier. I never played it back in the day. Was it a good JRPG? Have you seen the mobile chibi characters in the game remaster? It's terrible looking, but if the game core is good enough, I might check it out. Wait. Give me a sec. Warrior is getting a season 3. What is Warrior? Launch gameplay trailer? Wait, this... I don't need to do that. You mean this? This is how the game looked. Just wait.
The 1997 hit RPG Saga Frontier returns in a new remastered version. A new 8th protagonist, Fuse, joins the fray, along with all new scenes not implemented in the original version.
This isn't it?
Saga Frontier Remastered takes place over a wide variety of regions, with each hero having a complete...
Is this what characters actually look like in the original? Seriously? This is how I remember it.
different story.
I mean, I haven't played 1. I only played 2. 1 did not come out in Europe.
Behold the ship Cygnus' apprentice engineer, who lost his family to the nefarious organization.
What? He transformed into a robot? They look mobile as fuck, you sure? I mean... Let me... Saga Frontier 2. Say this... I mean, sure. Pixel art looks much better. But this is what they look like. Not even close. It's the update of that, I guess. They don't look... They've definitely been mobilized. Yes. Final Fantasy? No. That I don't agree. Oh, wow, thanks for... Yeah. There's something that bothers me, like, this, it looks good blown up. Like, blow it up, have a filter, there's AI filters these days that just make pixel art look great and are available free. And you can do better than those character assets for sure. Yes. Was the game good? Yes. Saga Frontier 1 and 2 are really good. They said so mobile. What? Oh yeah, mobile. The Final Fantasy 6 on Steam is a war crime. Yeah. This is a war crime. It's not awful. It's a war crime. I'm glad they never put this on PlayStation. We still have one single speck of quality control left. Like throw good, or I think eat lead will be fun. David, good. What could I compare it to? I think Saga Frontier has a really unique battle system that makes it really fun. Also, the fact that it's a non-linear JRPG, which is something that's uncommon. Uncommon or almost unheard of in many ways. Non-linear JRPG, yeah. Did you not know this? This is like the biggest draw of Saga. If you really like 1 and 2, I would tell you, I know basically nothing about the game. Okay. It's basically, you have a bunch of protagonists and you pick them one by one. And the way you... No, the Saga series is non-linear. The way you the order you do the characters influences how everything goes. So like, and you can choose locations to go to first, and there's no right option, as in it doesn't it's not a you can choose, but you really have to go here first to make it to get the right item to proceed in the other place after. No, like, you can legit do things in different order, and basically if you go to a place first, you get an event there. If you go to another event, if you go to another place later, you get an event there. So like, you would miss a party member depending on which one you choose first. Like, it's non-linear in that regard, you see? So I think it's almost impossible in 2. I haven't played 1, but I think Saga Frontier 2 is basically 1 in a bigger, more expansive way. But it would be almost impossible to, or it is impossible to see everything in one run. I like it. If you can deal with the graphics, I like it. I wouldn't be like, oh, you have to check it out. No, absolutely not. The non-linear fashion also makes some things feel a little more meaningless, right? As in, the necessary beats are important, but the stuff in between maybe isn't as much as important. Sounds like deep backlog material. Yeah, I would play it. I would give it a shot. I want that, obviously, because I'm a big JRPG nerd. But and also because I love 2. I never finished 2 though. I got stuck. I got stuck in one of those levels where when you go to like a forbidden forest and there's fog, and every exit, like, there's a cross and you have to go choose left, right, up or down, right? It was a section like that, and I couldn't find a way to do it in the game. And I looked up guides for it, and I couldn't do it still. I don't know what happened, what was going wrong with my game. I think I might have had some bug or something. But I basically never proceeded from that. Like, it wasn't difficulty or anything, it just got stuck there forever. I really got lost in the forbidden forest of something forever. I was part of the lore. But I played quite a bit. I think I ended up getting 2 of my main characters together, too. Or not. Might be the most Davey thing I've ever heard. Maybe. No. One, like, the main character I picked met and joined and was joined by another main character that I could pick but never did pick. That's what happened. But yeah. But they said, we found him, folks. The man who actually got lost in the Lost Woods. Yeah. Hey. It needs to happen. But yeah, but I was having a lot of fun with that game. But I was a lot of hours in and I didn't feel like restarting. It's one of those things. Maybe I would have played the game again if I had beaten it. But being forced to restart, I just don't want to. But I was having a lot of fun. I didn't vibe with Unlimited Saga though. The next one. They said they were remastering them all, so eventually it'll come out too. That one? Unless you're a Saga nerd, unless you played all other Saga games, I would stay away from that. That's one of the JRPGs I like the least in my life. Never even gave it a chance in terms of story because the gameplay was so bland. It's a triple, well, maybe not triple A, but it's from a triple A company. But a Square Enix JRPG in which the movement in the dungeons, there is dungeons and you have to move through dungeons, but it's like an overhead map. It's like you're moving through the mini-map of other games. Square Enix made Avengers, they're barely AAA. Fair. But imagine that. Imagine, like, an RPG that wants to be AAA, but the movement in the dungeon is made by what looks like a mini-map from other games. It just made me like, why? And you move in sections, like, and there's a bunch of crossroads, and you have to pick, and then that part of the map pops up, because there's like fog of war. It was something. I must have played like an hour of that game before I turned it off forever. But like most people in the world, I bought Unlimited Saga for the Final Fantasy X-2 Eternal Calm disc. Like everyone bought Zone of the Enders for the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, right? Wow, Norway sure sounds like an advanced country. Oh, come on, are we still trying to pretend that Licia comes from Norway when the stuff she says is so obviously bizarre? I don't know why Mom and Dad decided to play along with this charade, but it's really starting to get on my nerves. You can spin a single joke out far too long. At any rate, they don't summon the food. They cook it for us in the kitchens. You just can't see it from here because they closed that area off. Oh, so it's similar to the convenience store food? I suppose. It's a bit fresher than that. You order the food and they make it for you. You totally bought Zone of the Enders for the game? I had no idea demo was included. Of course, of course. Hey, I love Zone of the Enders, but I just was like, well, I bought a game, so I'm going to play it. Did I play the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo like 10 times before I even booted up Zone of the Enders? You bet. Is Zone of the Enders as long as the demo? Almost. If you skip the cutscenes, it is. That demo was amazing, though. Remember the first time I shot a bottle? It was like, oh, you can break a single bottle with a gunshot? Yeah. No, 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 no. You order the food, I make it for you. I see. If it's anime, then I suppose it's alright. The levels of love should be adequate. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but most of the food here is packed in plastic bags and stored in the freezer. All they do is defrost it. Love is irrelevant in the face of the economy. Wow. I know some Rainbow Six Siege player that would have something to say about having food frozen and then defrosting it to serve customers. Gordon J. Ramsay himself. Is that really true? Oh, Ray, don't be so mean to Licia. You'll spoil it for her. Mom chastises me, peering out over the top of her dark sunglasses. I don't know why Mom always wears those shades when we go out. Who does she think is going to recognize her here? The lovey-dovey couple sharing an ice cream sundae over by the window? The little girl trying to shove her chopsticks up her nose? Get semantics. To the embarrassment of her parents? The baby sitting in a high chair trying to lick its own elbow? But yeah, if I had to counsel you in any way, though, Resident Evil 7 before Saga Frontier. Now, if you ask me, Saga Frontier or Republic Commando, that's a hard one. Listen up, Junior, go play Batman? No, just if I had to counsel you in any way. By the way, I didn't expect this game to be this long at all. This way always used to take you here, Ree. Kowski and I thought it might be nice to treat Licia too. It's something of a family tradition after all. I really was expecting to be playing Nino Kuni by now. I know. I'm being rather negative about this restaurant. I don't dislike it. Press X faster. It's a nostalgic landmark from my childhood, a place where I willed away many an hour when I was younger, happier and decidedly less cynical. I've had several birthdays in here. Dad used to take me here sometimes after our trips to the aquarium. Is actually still a tutorial? No, it's the final day. He always bought me my favorite, the strawberry sundae, even though it was so big I could never finish it by myself. It's been a couple of years since I last came here, but the decor hasn't changed. It looks exactly the same as ever, from the pseudo wooden tabletops to the beige walls. Even the menus are exactly the same. I flip through my menu, looking for the desserts, and I find with no great surprise that the strawberry sundae of my youth is still on here, in all its ice cream laden strawberry topped glory. Are you looking at that strawberry sundae, Ray? No, of course not. I knew you always liked that sundae, but shouldn't you take a look at the dinner menu before you start thinking about sweets? You'll get indigestion if you eat dessert first. I know that. I'm not a little kid. Jeez. I flip back to the dinner section, trying to hide my blush behind my menu. Just take two Avengers? Yes. Final day of tutorial. This is a hardcore real-time strategy game and you've just been doing the story before the first round. I am familiar with those. I flip back to the dinner section, trying to hide my blush behind my menu. I don't like being teased, but it's especially galling being teased by somebody like Dad. I'm kind of happy about that, though. I'm confused the boy with irony and sarcasm might actually do it. Yes. I'll just stick to Avengers, don't worry. No Batman's here. I'm glad you still remember those strawberry sundaes. You must have enjoyed the time we spent together back then. It was fine. I was young back then, so I would have been happy with anything. Alright. If you feel like relieving your earlier years with the taste of that strawberry sundae, though, don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to order it for you. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not interested in the stupid sundae at all. My tastes have matured a lot since then, and I don't like sweets nearly as much as I used to. You're so cute when you can't be honest with yourself, Ree. If you want to order the sundae, just say so. There's nothing wrong with indulging yourself. I want to try the sundae too. I love sweets. See, Alicia sounds excited as well. Alicia's always excited when food's involved. It might be true, but I'm not just excited about the food. I want to see you smile a lot, Ree, just like Husky said you used to. Seeing you with a big smile would be the fondest memory I could ever hope for. Fonder than any kind of food. I look down at the table, my face turning bright red. Why does it feel like everybody's ganging up on me? Anyway, I'm going to order my main. We need to hurry up, or we'll annoy the waiting staff. You might be right about that. Efficiency is next to godliness, or so they say. I think that's cleanliness is next to godliness? Maybe so, but to have a clean and tidy home, one must be efficient. Efficiency is what's truly important in this world. That sure is easy for Mom to say, given she never does any household chores. If Dad were such a doormat, he'd probably call her out on that. Of course he doesn't. He just smiles. So, what are you two going to have? Since this is your last day here, Alicia, feel free to get as much as you want. Really? I can have whatever I want? I can hear the sound of your family savings screaming in pain from here. Our family savings. You know what, Dad? As generous an offer as that is, I think you might want to retract it, lest you live to regret it. Huh? There's nothing wrong with letting Alicia pick a few more dishes, is there? You say that now, but you'll be sorry. She'll eat her way through the entire restaurant, and then we'll have to sell our house to pay for the losses. And then the Yakuza will come after us, and we'll have to harvest your organs and sell them on the black market. Reed, that's so horrible. You're meant to be 9 years old, but you're talking like a hardened criminal. I'm sorry, but the world is a cruel place. We can't maintain our innocence if we want to survive. Well, if the Yakuza harvest organs... Someone say Yakuza? Yeah. You ever harvest any organs as Kiryu? Kiryu the organ harvester, right? He must have harvested an eye from what's his name? Have you seen my beaded meme on the streets? There were organs flying everywhere. Huh? My beat meme? Me beat a man? Oh, okay. Yes. I know you beat off many men. I know. I beat much meat too. Exactly. Dude, what's his name? I forgot. How have I watched? I've watched the first 2 games and I forgot his name. I suck. Well, the more I forget, the better, I guess. Kiryu? No, I said Kiryu. The guy with no eye. The guy with an eye patch. Majima, yes. Goro? Goro Majima, yes, okay. Hey, I got the Goro part. After you said Majima, I got the Goro part. It's easier to remember a name. For me, it's easier to remember a name if it's the full, like, after you know a part of it. Kazuma Kiryu. Those are the only 2 names I remember, though, I think. Fucking Weeb, yes. I don't even remember the name of the little girl. That's basically like the main catalyst for the plot. I'm sorry, but the world is a cruel place. We can't maintain our innocence if we want to survive. But I have no problem selling my organs to support you and Yuki. But why do you want to kill me off so quickly? You didn't even try to think of any other options. I'm sorry, Dad, but the strong must prey on the weak to survive. You were never meant to last. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to be eaten, but I don't want to eat others either. You know nothing, David Snow. Well... and there's the other guy, Nishiki, right? Is it Nishiki? Nishiki? Play the game? Just tell me if I'm remembering the name correctly. Because it's still pretty impressive that I remember it, if it is. Like, if there is a guy with that name, if there isn't, you don't even know who I'm talking about. Nishikiyama. Okay, and you shorten it to Nishiki. Play the game, Weave. Yeah. Alright, alright. That's precisely why our organs will be harvested and stolen, not mine. On second thoughts, maybe you should restrict yourself to only one meal, Licia. But there's so much good food on here, I want to eat all of it. Yes, but if you ate all of it, it might put our family's finances in a rather precarious situation. But if you're low on money, can't you just sacrifice a chicken on an altar to Mammon so he can bless you with wealth and riches? I don't know how the economy works in Norway, but in Japan there are no altars to any demons of greed. That's a shame. It sounds like you humans really do have it hard. Licia sighed, scanning through her menu with less enthusiasm than before. I don't really understand, but if it wouldn't inconvenience you, I'll order only one dish. But what? Licia ponders, holding one finger against her lower lip. I know. You're a clever person, Ray, and you've been here before, so you must know what's the tastiest, cheapest item on the menu. I think I'll order what you get. Well, I wonder what I should get. This is the last meal she'll be having with us, so I don't want to pick something Licia doesn't like. The hamburger... steak... Oh man, I want it! That looks amazing. This game really is food porn. I spin my plate a few times, observing my meal from a few angles. Food porn, yeah! But there's no denying it. This hamburger steak, topped with a fried egg and served with sweet potato fries, looks just the same as it always did. Oh man, I want this so much now. Fuck, it's been so long since I've had... Food porn was the only good part of Final Fantasy 15. The meals in some meals in Final Fantasy 15 looked amazing. Some of them looked a little plasticky, but holy shit. Also, I can't believe that new game they're making is still using the Luminous engine. How are they still using that? I get it, it costs money to develop. But after Kingdom Hearts 3 shifted to Unreal, I never ever expected them to use Luminous engine again. Dad watches as I play around with my food, a small smile on his face. Breaking news, David is shocked by stupid Square Enix decisions. In other news, Throw has a headache from slamming his head into the wall. I don't believe it was a Square Enix decision, man. Because otherwise Square would have forced every studio to use Luminous, right? I think that studio just wanted to use the engine still. Not sure why. It feels like the company has already moved on, but that the Luminous Productions is still hung up on using that engine. Maybe because they made it? I don't know if they made the engine, but they might have made the engine. Oh. You always used to order this when you came here with me, didn't you? Yeah, it really hasn't changed at all, even though it's been so many years. It's called video game developer laziness. They have everything done in that engine. Less money to create a game, less effort, more profit. I guess. It's like we discussed the other day. Like some locations in that trailer of the game whose name I can't remember did feel a little Final Fantasy 15 like, and even the movement of the main character reminded me a bit of how Noct is warped and stuff. Yeah, it really hasn't changed at all, even though it's been so many years. It wasn't so many years, really, just 1 or 2, maybe 1.5. That's still enough. I suppose, haha. Dan laughs awkwardly, running a hand through his hair. Come on, bro, I'm eating, don't bring up Noctis. Sorry. When you get old like me, a few years here and there don't seem very long at all. It goes by in the blink of an eye. I wonder if that game is going to actually be good. I know you were excited about it, Trell, before you realized who was making it. Not for me, though. There's still a lot of things I want to see and do in this world. And yet, despite your lofty ambitions, you decided to eat something you've had countless times before. Well, even I can feel nostalgic. Dad smiles at me fondly, ruffling the top of my head with one hand. You're such a funny girl, Ree. What do you mean, funny? If anything, I think Dad's the funny one, with all his frilly aprons and propensity to tear-stained melodrama. You talk like such an adult, even though you're so young. Sometimes I feel like you're more of a proper human than I am. I don't think it's funny. There's nothing wrong with being mature. Because the trailer looked interesting and the head writer is Gary. Of course, Square will ruin anything that makes me happy. Maybe. I really am curious about the story in Avengers, and in some way, I almost, like, I almost want to play it, like, right away. I wasn't saying there was anything wrong with it. It's just interesting, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'm glad you ordered something you always had when you came here with me. I guess you really did value the time you spent with me back then, huh? Of course I valued it. I mean, you're my dad. Even though you bother me sometimes, I still love you. Oh, really? Please don't sound so shocked. You're making me feel guilty. Hey, sorry. I just didn't expect it, that's all. Oh, she loves me. Ree said she loves me. I'm so happy. Heh, you're so silly, dear. It should go without saying that Ree loves you. I love you a lot, too. Oh, Yuki, you're so sweet. I'm not worthy. You're plenty worthy. I wouldn't have stayed with you for so long if you weren't. I smile as I listen to Mom and Dad chatter. Put Nana on hold and run through Avengers if you want. The story isn't that long as far as I'm aware. It'll only take you a few days, I think. Yeah, I'm just worried I'll like it and then get stuck playing it for a long time if it's a grind, if I fall into the grind, but maybe. I guess it is already. I guess it's been put on hold for far too long already because of this. I didn't realize it, but over these past few years I've been drifting apart from Dad, and Mom too. Mom's always busy at work and I'm at school. Even though we're part of the same family, living under the same roof, we hardly ever spend time with one another anymore. It's almost like we're strangers. The only thing that brings us together is breakfast every morning. If food is the bond that ties our family together, is that why Dad tries so hard with his cooking? Does he do it for our sakes? But breakfast wasn't enough to sustain our familial bonds. Not when Mom started working harder and eating less. We only managed to spend around 10 minutes or so sat together each day like a true family. We wouldn't be together like this if it wasn't for Alicia. She's become an indispensable member of our family over the course of this week. Though she doesn't realize it herself, she helped bring us back together. You look serious, Ray. Aren't you going to eat? I am. I'm just admiring my food. Time to get back to Policia de Frango. Are you enjoying it? I am. I was just admiring my food. Admiring the food is fun, but eating it is even better. Especially when I get to eat it with you. Oh, thank you. Hey, so is this the hamburger steak you always used to eat when you were younger? That's right, I have a lot of fond memories about this dish. It's nostalgic. And I'm glad I was able to share it with you. That makes it taste even better. Were you loving it? You were spot on? Nice, nice. I'm happy about that. The game was really cool. I'm glad you agree there. I'll take a forkful of my own hamburger steak, making sure to dip it in the egg yolk and eat it. Well, you know what he means, right? Embrace the tuna throw on mayo pasta. Wow. Become one of you, I'm a tuna. It's actually not Policia de Frango. Is that the wrong translation? Well, the way you wrote it, it's like it's a yeah, it should be Franco Policia. Yeah. Policia de Frango would mean you're a policeman who polices chicken, I guess. Or made out of chicken. Well, technically they are made out of chicken, since they are chicken. Google gave me it that way, and that's how it was taught in Spanish. I assume Portuguese was similar. I think in Spanish it would be the same thing as Portuguese, so still wrong. But yeah, Franco Policia or Policia Frango. The makes it wrong. It's been 20 years since my Spanish classes. Yeah, it's like that's like an attribute or a possessive. So it ruins the translation there. What? I'm not sure if it's because of Lisi's cheerful smile or my own fond memories. But this hamburger steak really does taste good. It's warm, and not because it was served only a minute or so ago. The burger is made from ground pork and beef mixed with fried onions. The fine slices of onion add a natural sweetness to the hamburger patty and give it a certain amount of crunch. The hamburger is flavored with salt and ground pepper, which spreads across my tongue with the very first forkful in a burst of spiciness. Stop making me hungry, game! The lettuce and sweet potato fries add some body to the soft hamburger patty and create a nice contrast. The white rice, meanwhile, has also absorbed the flavor from the deep brown tonkatsu sauce, which makes it taste rich yet not too heavy. Casa Bonita is a restaurant in South Park. This beautiful house. That's actually a good way to explain it, yeah. If it was Casa Bonita, it would be Beautiful's house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's actually a really good way to explain it. Well done, Manel. For a drunk, you're amazing at explaining things. Today I'm not drunk. It's a state of living. Playing police is chicken, I guess. Yes, yes. Not even hangover anymore. Well, it's a permanent thing with you. But yeah, enjoy the game, throw. Lettuce and the sweet potato fry. No, I read that. Is it as good as you remember, Ray? I chew my hamburger patty and swallow, but the aftertaste of tonkatsu sauce, salt and pepper remains. No, it isn't. In fact, it's even better. That was really good. Thank you for choosing something so delicious, Ray. Really? I wasn't sure if you'd like it. The food here's pretty cheap. Might be cheap, but since you're the one who picked it for me, it was filled with love. Is that how love works? Yep, you don't need to make something by hand for there to be love in it. Choosing something to make somebody else happy is another act of love. For a demon, you seem to care about love a lot. Of course I do. I might be from hell, but I'm not so different from you. I also like to be loved and appreciated. And we do love and appreciate you. You're adorable, Licia. Yes, I'm really glad that you came to live with us. Reese should tell us about her cute pen friends more often. I was starting to worry that she didn't have any friends at all. Well, you don't need to worry about that now. I'm going to be Ree's friend forever, no matter what. Even if I can't be with her all the time, I'll still exist inside her heart. The fun memories we've made together can never fade. Of all the corny lines. I sink down into my seat. It's not like I'm not happy about those sentiments, but having them expressed so clearly is embarrassing. So, do you want to order that strawberry sundae, Ree? I never said I wanted to order it. You're jumping to conclusions. It was the very first thing you looked at when you picked up your menu. You don't need to be bashful. There's nothing wrong with liking sweets. I'm not bashful. Well, I want to try that sundae, even if you don't. It sounds really delicious, and because I'm such a kind person, I'll let you share some of it too, Ree. Even if you don't want it. How does that sound? Heh, nicely done, Licia. Ree can't refuse now. If you're getting the sundae for yourself, then it's not like I'll stop you or anything, jeez. That's not like I wanted it or anything. Wow, such tsundere. It's so cute. I hope you enjoy it. We will, thank you, miss. You're the best. The waitress flushes, coiling a strand of dark hair around one pale finger. With that complexion, coupled with her ink black hair, she really does look like a villain from a horror movie. Wow. Sadako. I hope you enjoy your food. Really? Our waitress turns about on her heels and walks back to the kitchens. Poor waitress. I take this as an opportunity to examine my strawberry sundae. The glass is filled with vanilla ice cream and cut strawberries, topped with generous amounts of cream. A single strawberry, plump and bursting with life, is set atop the mound of sweet cream. 2 silver spoons are set on the table, glinting under the light of the restaurant. This whole setup really does remind me of Lovers. I can imagine a young man and woman sharing this dessert, sneaking shy glances at one another between mouthfuls of ice cream, or maybe nudging one another's feet underneath the table. Welcome back, Metal. I duck my head. My hands clasped together on my lap. I can feel my face turning red, just like the strawberry on top of my sundae. Are you alright, Ree? I squirm. I'm fine. Are you sure? You're not sick, are you? Did you get premature brain freeze? Is that a real thing? Of course, if men can get premature baldness, then I'm sure girls can get premature brain freeze. I'm not sure about that. I'm fine. I'm not sick at all. You don't need to fuss. Then you should start eating your ice cream. It'll melt if you leave it for too long. Oh no, we can't let that happen. That would be far too sad. Did I was wondering if I drank all my tea. That would be far too sad. We have a mission we need to fulfill, Private Sakuraba. Private Sakuraba? What does that make Licia then? Alright, General Evelys, let us begin the operation. Yay, I was hoping you'd say that. Licia picks up her spoon and digs into the mound of cream that overflows from the top of the glass. I follow suit, dipping my own spoon into the cream. I scoop up a bit of cream from the opposite side of the glass to Licia, trying not to bump our spoons. I don't know why this bothers me so much, but the thought of our cutlery touching sounds kind of intimate somehow. Kinda like shoulders brushing together when 2 people share an umbrella, or fingertips meeting when one person hands an object to another. With a trembling hand, I bring the spoonful of vanilla ice cream and whipped cream to my lips. The first mouthful is deliciously cool and sweet. The ice cream melts across my tongue, making my taste buds quiver. Looks amazing though. A lot of real lots of real mushrooms in the sundae. It's only loot for you, Metal. Do you not eat vanilla ice cream? The vanilla ice cream slides down my throat without resistance, and the cream adds to the sweetness, though it isn't overpowering. I chew on a diced strawberry and my mouth fills with fruit juice, tart and sour. I would never eat vanilla ice cream. I don't say anything, but I don't have to. Licia's words reflect my thoughts. This is really good. Hey, I always used to share these sundaes with you back when you were a kid, Ree. It feels kinda funny watching you share this sundae with somebody else. Almost like we're giving Ree away for marriage, isn't it? What on earth does that mean? Oh, nothing. That's what Mom says, but I don't know if I like the sound of that laugh. Starting to get dark outside. When did you say your sister was going to pick you up, Licia? I'm not sure. She should be here soon. Aurora spends a lot of time on her appearance, so she's always late for everything. You don't think she missed her flight, do you? It's not something she can really miss. She'll get here when she gets here. Does that mean your family have their own private plane? Plane? Are those the steel birds that fly up in the air? that's right. Haven't you heard of them before? We don't really need to use them in hell. We have portals and things. They are a lot more convenient. Portals? Norway really does sound like an interesting place. I roll my eyes. If I weren't feeling so tetchy, I'd tell Dad to cut that nonsense out. It isn't even funny anymore. Where are you, Aurora? I hope you didn't get lost. Alicia frowns, her arms folded, leaning back in her chair. She's wearing the same outfit she wore when I first met her. The loose dark black shirt accented with pink ribbons like rosettes on a cake. Haven't seen Alicia wear that in a while. She hasn't needed to since Dad made her so many clothes. The sight of it makes something stir inside my chest. Feels like I've gone back in time to the moment when I found Alicia sitting in my kitchen eating her ill-gotten cookies without any remorse. Back then I had no idea I'd grow to care about this girl as much as I do now. I'm scared if I so much as blink, I'll forget about all the strange, impossible, incredible events that happened over the last week. Meeting Alicia was so amazing, I'm afraid I'll wake up tomorrow and find out it was all one long, hazy dream. Alicia, would you like another cup of rose-hip tea? It's good for clearing the mind. It's okay, I think I'll pass for now. Does that mean my tea wasn't good enough? No, that isn't it, Kazuki. I just, feel kinda funny, that's all. I don't know if I'm ready to go back home yet. I had so many fun experiences here, and I don't like it back home that much. Even though I miss my mom and dad and all my big sisters, I don't have any friends, and I can't eat lots of delicious food, and I can't see Ree when I'm back at home either. Alicia. Ree, I know I said I had to go home, but I don't want to leave you after all. I know I probably annoyed you, and you got mad at me for being selfish, and I'm being selfish right now, but I want to stay with you. I want to go to school with you, and play games with you, and talk with you, and spend time with you. We don't even need to eat food if you don't want to. I just like being with you more than anything in the world. Well, Alicia, I blink, momentarily caught off guard. Something inside my chest twists, my heart hurts, my head feels heavy. I hold one hand to my chest, wincing. I liked having you here too. You did? Yes. Even though you said I was a burden? Yes, despite myself and despite what I thought initially, I really did grow fond of you. My whole life before I met you, it was really boring. I didn't have any friends and I didn't talk to anybody except my parents. I thought that was how it should be, that I preferred it that way, but I liked spending time with you. I liked it more than I thought I would. Ree. Oh, stare. Alicia runs over to me, wrapping my body in a tight hug. She squeezes so hard I swear I can hear my ribs splintering, but I can't bring myself to scold her. Not right now. In fact, I'm glad she's hugging me. That means I can bury my head in her arms and nobody will know that I'm crying. I don't even want to admit it to myself. I can't believe it. I don't cry. I never cry. I'm far, far too mature for that. That's what I always tell myself. So why? Why do I hate the thought of Alicia leaving so much? Oof, Malty, oof. But You trying to take Metal's crown? Look. Bonk for you. Step away from Alicia, sniffing, and wipe my eyes with the backs of my hands. I hope my eyes aren't too red. I don't want to keep you away from your family. You've known them longer than you've known me, and they should come first. I don't want to be selfish. That's right. You're right. You're not a selfish girl, Ree. You might be a bit grumpy, but you really are nice after all. I don't want to go home, but maybe I should. Maybe I need to. I've already intruded on your family enough, and I don't want to make my parents worry. Now what is this nonsense? You aren't a burden at all, dear. We loved having you here. Isn't that right, Koski? Yes, of course. Preparing food for you every day was like a dream. Then does that mean... That's right. We'd be more than happy to let you stay here for as long as you want. The house has felt rather empty as of late, since Yuki's always away at work. It was nice having somebody to take care of. Especially a cute girl like you. But I don't know if my parents would like that. They might worry about me, and my big sisters too. Oh, Licia, do you really think we're that cruel? There she is. There's a strange woman standing in the hallway, as though she's been there all along. She has long blonde hair that falls down to her waist, pale skin like that of a doll's, and deep red eyes framed with pale lashes. Why does she look so familiar? 'Cause she killed you in the other route. Satanic MILF? She's not a MILF. Satanic waifu? Absolutely. I'll still take them all. I glance between Licia and the mysterious interloper, blinking. It takes me a few moments to realize how uncannily similar they look. She murdered me in another route, though. Who are you? The woman snorts, one perfectly plucked eyebrow, wonder how long she fusses over those in the mirror each morning, raised. Are you honestly asking me that, little girl? Me? Yes I am. I don't usually stutter, but something about this woman's presence is disconcerting, and I find it hard to meet her eyes, her large red eyes. Of all the cheek! Why, my name is Aurora Superbia Evelis. Have you not heard of me? Realization finally dawns. Oh, you must be one of Licia's sisters. Indeed I am, not just one of Licia's sisters either. I am the oldest and the most intelligent and the most beautiful. Do you not agree? Well, I don't know what her other sisters look like, so I couldn't say. Did Licia not tell you about me? Did she not exalt my name, singing praises of my fair face and noble character? I can't rightly say, Miss Aurora. Don't call me Miss Aurora, that makes me sound old. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, Miss, I'm sorry, I mean, Madam Aurora. That makes it sound even worse, you cretin. Do you think I own a brothel? Brothel? There, don't get mad at Koski. He is but a simple man and he doesn't understand how to flatter a woman. That much is obvious. Aurora glares at Dad. Her lips are pursed, like a sulky child who has grown tired of playing with her dolls. At any rate, it appears as though you have enjoyed yourself with this family of humans, Licia, boorish though they are. A pause. Well, the woman may have some common sense knocking around inside her skull. I rather think I could get along with her. Heh, I feel much the same. I like headstrong young women. Yes, indeed, I am a young woman. Not a miss or a madam, and I am very headstrong. One must be, you know, to get what you want in this world. I quite agree. Of course Mom will get along with this demonic apparition from hell. Sometimes I think Mom is quite devilish herself. I wonder, though, why a skilled woman of your caliber chose to marry a buffoon like this. Buffoon? Do you not worry his conduct will reflect badly upon you? Oh, I don't trouble myself with such things. Why should I worry about the judgment of others? I love Koski, and nothing else matters. Yuki, I didn't realize that you cared about me so much. My, you are truly an interesting woman. I would not be adverse to the idea of having a drink with you, to learn more about your philosophies on life. Oh, you flatter me. I'm not particularly interesting. I'm just a popular actress with lots and lots of fans. Mom, stop showing off. Showing off? Me? I would never. Yeah. At any rate, Tony Kaka. It seems despite my original plan that Licia has rather enjoyed her time here. That's right, I really did enjoy myself. I got to eat lots of delicious food, and wear nice clothes, and most of all, I got to spend time with Ree. Ree, is it? Yes, I'm Ree. Well, if that's how you truly feel, Licia, who am I to begrudge you? You don't mean... Indeed, though I do not condone such behavior myself, and I cannot understand for the life of me why you find this unremarkable human family so interesting, I suppose it would be churlish of me to take you back home now. Does that mean you're going to let me stay here? Is that really alright? If you wish to remain here, I suppose it would be acceptable. But what about Mom and Dad? Mother and Father miss you a great deal, but I believe they would be happy if you let them be for a while. Raising us 7 siblings for such a long while has rather worn Mother out, and I believe she would like a break. Oh yes, even though you're all older than me, none of you have left home yet, have you? That is none of your concern. I have not left home yet because there's no reason for me to. Thought you hadn't left because you were too proud to get a job. It's completely irrelevant. As the oldest sister of the Evelys family, I should not need to work. It would degrade me. At any rate, Mother and Father declared in our family meeting this morning that they would have no objections to your continued residence in the human world if you enjoy it so very much. The human world? You Norwegians use some rather intriguing turns of phrase. Yes, I said that because I am a Norwegian. Obviously, I am a Norwegian. There's nobody more Norwegian than I. Korleis gardet. Heghardet bra, tak. I didn't know you could speak Norwegian, Yuki. Every woman has her secrets, dear. Evidently. Anyway, Licia, the offer stands. Would you like to remain here? I very much would like to. I would like to a lot, with all my heart. And we would love to have you, Licia. You're such a sweet, polite, well-behaved little girl. I can't help but love you. You really did bring our household to life, and you brought a smile to all our faces, too. Then, Ree... Licia looks at me shyly, her hands held together at her front. You haven't changed your mind, have you? You weren't lying when you said you enjoyed having me here, right? It's strange seeing Licia, usually so confident and headstrong, now unsure of herself, her head hanging. Is that a measure of just how much she cares for my opinion? Does she really value me that much? Isn't that a little strange? Maybe not. Maybe it's because no matter how cold I may have been with her in the past, she still cares for me. And, as for me, what do I think about Licia? What is Licia Dia Evelys to me? Just as Licia claimed I was her first friend, so was she to me. She was the first partner I ever had on a school trip. The first person I helped with their homework. The first person who ate my homemade cooking. The first person I had a sleepover with. I have no doubt my other classmates did those things countless times before, but they never invited me. They never involved me. Who would want to, when I was Sakura Marie, the strange grumpy girl who never smiled at anyone and sat in a corner of the classroom on my own, silent like a stone statue? Of course, a girl like me would never have a partner on a school trip, or be invited to a sleepover. If I'd given my cooking to anybody, they probably would have suspected it was poisoned. They wouldn't have taken a single bite. But Licia did. She did do it because she was greedy, or was there something more to it than that? Did she do it? Maybe the main reason she ate my food and declared so happily afterwards that it was delicious was because she wanted to make me happy. Because she liked me. Because we're friends. Of course I wasn't lying, silly. I don't like telling lies, especially not about important things like that. So, does that mean we can stay together? If you desire it, then we can. But is it really okay? You're a demon of gluttony, Alicia, so don't be afraid to be greedy. If you want something, you should seize it. That's right, it's a good lesson to learn. Don't shy away from speaking your mind, and don't hold back when it comes to what you desire. Although I don't really get the whole demon thing. Maybe that's because I'm stupid. It's probably a Norwegian saying, dear. Yes, of course, haha. Then in that case, Lucy looks at me, her red eyes flashing. What I want, more than anything else in the world, is to stay with Ree. Alicia runs at me, almost knocking me over backwards, and wraps her arms around my neck in a warm, tight embrace. The weight of her body is comforting, and I can hear the sound of her heart beating in sync with my own. My face flushes red, and I bury my head against her chest. When I hold her close and she holds me, I feel safe, as though nothing can hurt me. Invincible. Almost as though I could take on the world. This girl really is incredibly dear to me. That's why I hold her so tightly. How could I not? She's my best and first ever friend, and I never want to let her go. That it? Okay. So, this isn't the best route, but it is the one we're doing. I will be playing the rest of it offline though. But I do want to get back to Ni no Kuni, so I'm doing that. Thank you for playing. 9 years later. Uh-oh. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Nothing in this world is permanent, and everything must change. Even I changed. I'm almost unrecognizable compared to the Ree I used to be. In terms of appearance, definitely, and in terms of personality, maybe just a little. There's one thing, however, that hasn't changed despite the amount of time that's passed. Lols. This restaurant looks just like it always did. Even the menus are the same, right down to the last character. It feels nostalgic. I can't help but smile as I take a seat, brushing a few strands of hair behind my shoulder. Oh boy. This place is so cute. She looks really cute too. Alicia claps her hands together. She looks like a young kid at an amusement park. Why is she always so eager? She really is a handful, but it's not like I don't like her. I'm not very good at saying how I feel, but I hope that should be obvious at least. It's not as cute as you, Ree. Damn, I'm so cute. I don't know about that, but thank you. You might not know about it, but I do. You grew up well, Ree. You must have been eating your vegetables. I feel like there's a double entendre in those words somewhere. Double what the? Never mind. Though Alicia's words could be construed in a rather dubious manner, I guess she's too innocent for that. Does that mean that I'm a pervert? How did that happen? I look down at the tabletop, tracing meaningless patterns against it with the tip of my finger. I try to fight the blush that threatens to rise to my cheeks, but it's in vain. Ah, no! Maybe my mind jumped straight into the gutter earlier because I'm related to Mom. She's completely shameless too, and I've always been more like her than Dad. I certainly inherited Mom's chest as opposed to Dad's. Well, that's a good thing. What's this? Why do you look all coy, Ree? Are you having funny thoughts again? Whoa. I'm not having funny thoughts. Not at all. Are you sure? Whenever you go red like that, it means you're thinking something dirty. I'm not thinking anything at all. My mind is a calm blue ocean. Everything is nothing and nothing is everything. That's a funny way to say I'm thinking about my chest. Alicia. Pick up my menu and whack her over the head with it. She giggles, sticking her tongue out of the corner of her mouth. Heh, I'm sorry. I guess Licia isn't quite as innocent as I thought. She's changed a lot over these last 9 years too. If you really were sorry, you wouldn't have said it. You look so cute when you get flustered, Ree. I couldn't help myself. Devil's instinct. You might be a devil, but you're sitting in a family restaurant right now. Little children come here. You should try to control yourself. Much woo. Sure. I wasn't the one with the lewd thoughts, though. They gonna do it now? Now they can. Now I'm all up for it. I was only thinking about my own chest. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I don't know. I wonder. As a woman, I have the right to think about my own body however I please. You can think about yours too if you like. What? Oh, well, that isn't very much fun. I'd rather think about you. Ow. Never mind that. We didn't come here to talk about such things. This is a special occasion, remember? Of course I remember. This is our anniversary. It's been precisely 9 years since I met Licia. I can still remember the first time I laid eyes on her cheeks sprinkled with cookie crumbs. She was wearing a ridiculous, improbable outfit, but not quite as ridiculous and improbable as the outfit she likes wearing now. I get a lot of funny looks when I go out with Licia, but it doesn't really bother me anymore. At first I resented Licia for turning my life upside down. Now, however, I'm glad she did. There's so much thirst in chat. Sitting here is making me feel all nostalgic. This game is rated Peggle Nights. Yes. You too, huh? I can still remember when I came here with you for the first time. The strawberry sundaes are just delicious as ever. That's the main reason why Licia and I came here. It's because it's become something of a tradition for us to meet here and share a strawberry sundae, like the one we shared when we were kids. It's what we did to celebrate when Mom finished filming her hospital drama and when Dad got a new job and when Licia and I were accepted into the same high school. Now it's where Licia and I have come to celebrate our 9th year of being friends. A lot has changed since then, but there are some things that will remain the same, just like our friendship. I don't think it will ever end, no matter how much time passes. She's far too dear to me, and I hope without wanting to sound arrogant, that I'm dear to her too. I must be, otherwise she wouldn't have stayed with me for so long. I hope we can spend 9 more years together, just like these, smiling and laughing and simply enjoying the passage of time. There's nothing else in this world I want more. Yay. Oh, the main menu changed. Alright guys, that's it. I'm assuming you'd rather you would rather I play Ni no Kuni than the best route of this, right? Was it Platt? We want the fudge ending? There's a better ending. But I can't promise anything. Just think about what throw once. To be honest, I don't even know which one is the best. I think the next one I would get would be the best, but I'm not absolutely sure. But there's still a lot to do. We've only seen 2 endings. 3 endings. Yeah. So 3 out of 6 is what we did. Still a lot of food to get. Oh. Extra? They have concepts for every sister, even though they don't show up in the game. I love this one. That's my favorite. Give me food. This looks really cute. This looks really cute too. I love the dress. Uh-oh, what's happening? 1 fucking year! Rogue Legacy, yes! Thank you for the resub, Metal. Thank you very much. Thanks for an entire year of support, even though it feels like I met you yesterday. Thank you very much. I hope your liver lives long enough for... Hey, I only ask for 1 more year. I know how much strain you put on your liver, so I only ask for 1 more year of life. It's been a year since Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why the not like this? Only drink once a week or once every 2 weeks? Yes. But how much? And still, it's not in the Epic Games Store. Not yet. But it will be. Maybe. It feels like 20 years and also 5 minutes ago. Yeah. That's true. They will announce Epic exclusivity during E3. They still announce things in on E3. I wonder. Anyway, I'm taking a break. Do you want the other route, or do you want Ni no Kuni? Sony NEA this year out of E3 though? Yeah, makes sense. Obviously Nintendo is always out. I'm worried about these Square Enix rumor acquisitions though. If Microsoft buys Square, I'm embracing the bullet. I think Square Enix came forth saying it was fake, but who knows? Yeah, because they have to say that to not like it doesn't damage the negotiations, I guess. But the rumors did bring a lot of new value to the stocks. So just the rumors were great for them. Whether or not it holds, it was great for them. Well, I guess no one says anything, so Ni no Kuni. I'll be right back. Let me just take a break and then change games. Won't be long.